All right, so I want to welcome everyone to episode 2 of The Diagnosis. So, this is a talk show where the viewers actually get to decide who wins. So, the way it works is every single round, we're going to have a question. After the question is asked, there's about 15 to 20 minutes where everyone will be able to give their input, debate, argue with others, and whatever else. After every round is done, then I will make a straw poll in my chat where everyone will be able to vote on who their favorite was during the round. Once you vote for your favorite, then the two people with the least amount of votes are actually one of those two is eliminated by the round's favorite, right? And the way that it's going to work is I guess you just keep cycling this until we get to the end and the chat chooses a winner. So with that being said, we will begin, and I'll start off introductions by first bringing in my co-host, the 4X rank 1, Tarzaned.
All right, hi guys. We're here for episode 2. Nice to have so many intellectual people this time around. So let's keep the discussions going and the fighting at a minimum. Yeah, looking forward to hear your opinions and your perspectives.
All right, perfect. So I guess the first person we're going to introduce is a caster for the league scene, one of the most notorious coaches by far. So we're going to see if his league knowledge will also translate to the debate knowledge. So first contestant will be LS. Do you want to give a little intro, something like that? Just like say a little bit?
Yeah, I'm LS. I've lived in Korea for 12 years now. I came out here for StarCraft 1, stayed for StarCraft 2, Hearthstone, League, still live here. I don't know. I mean, my history is kind of weird. Pro team coach, streamer, caster for LCK, casted Worlds. Yeah, about it.
All right. So that's contestant number 1, LS. The next person we're going to bring in is the best gangplank in the world. But unfortunately, it couldn't come. So we're going to have to bring in Solarbaka.
All right. So I'm Solarbaka. I got Challenger in EU playing a 90 ping 2 years in a row. NA Challenger, multiple accounts. I've coached pro players on NA and EU as well. Yeah, I do GP. And I'm on the talk show and stuff. I used to actually do something on my stream where after my stream ended, I would have like these talks with my chat where I said, fuck it, throw any question you have at me and I'll answer it, like genuinely based off of like how my experience is. So yeah, it's pretty chill. It's kind of, this feels like a big gathering of that. So
all right. Well, I'm excited to see what takes you have today then. All right. So contestant 3 is the second ever female to actually appear on the talk show, and one of the best Syndra one tricks that NA has ever produced. Base Lil V. Oh, your mic's muted.
Yo, what's up? Hey, I'm Base Lil V. I be streaming sometimes here and there. Like he said, best Syndra or whatever. And then if you know me, you know me. If you don't, I don't know what to tell you. And you know, last thing, I be getting money.
All right, so you guys heard it. She be getting money. So the next person up is an NA pro player and every e-girl's favorite e-boy. We're gonna bring in Tenacity.
Hi guys, I'm Tenacity, formerly 100 Thieves. Oh yeah, wait. I'm Tenacity, former LCS top laner for 100 Thieves. I've been on there for around 3 years, hit really high elo in NA and EU, and I decided to take a split off and live and stream in Korea with LS. So he's like right in the room across from me.
Oh shit. Okay. So if you guys end up losing to one another, then is there gonna be some kind of like IRL boxing match that occurs or what?
I mean, I think so, yeah. I mean, to be honest, I'm like stealing a lot off of him. I'm not paying rent, not paying for food, so.
Wait, wait. Hold on. I'm going to Korea in like 2 weeks. You tell me you're not paying rent, you're not paying. Oh my god. Just continue, please. I'm sorry. Just
all right.
Anyways, moving on.
All right. So moving on, we're bringing in one of the faces of League Twitter, one of the only guys who actually was able to create a full-time career out of tweeting for the last 10 years, Hancock LOL.
I post on Twitter.
Okay.
That's about it. That's it. Sometimes dabble in drama. That's it. That's it. That's all you need to know.
All right. I
I
respect
love
it.
your background, bro.
Yeah. Well,
Cheers,
wait,
cheers.
wait. Who's that in the background? Do you mind explaining the
Oh.
context?
That's Dantes.
No,
That's Dantes.
it's not.
Yeah, that is Dantes. That is Dantes. Is that
That
not?
is actually someone else. But anyways, that's besides the point. So the next person we're gonna be bringing on is a man who actually refuses to get a job because he said he worked for everything that he has in life and now he just wants to enjoy living and streaming. So the man, the myth, the legend, Project Ash NA.
Boys, I'm
So
a keeper.
Project Ash NA, if you guys, haven't heard of me, I'm pretty active on League Twitter. And yeah, I main Ash, if you guys haven't gotten the memo yet, And yeah, that's me.
Ash, can you tell us what rank you are?
Oh, I peaked plat in season 9.
Okay,
So yeah.
not too shabby. So the mid elo Ash main.
Yup.
We're going to be reintroducing everyone's favorite contestant from the first episode. After they appeared for the first time, everyone was talking about how much they enjoyed her presence. So we had to bring her on a second time, Mrs. Kelly Jean.
Okay. I got it.
Bro does not care about her.
Ain't no
All right.
way.
Well, none of that was true. Anyway, I am on a call to the hospital. So all those people that told me to kill myself last time, maybe you'll get lucky and it'll happen. All right. But yeah, no, my thumb started to go numb, so I'm just checking I'm not having a fucking stroke. Anyway, I'll be right back.
All right. Can you turn on camera? Or
Yeah, I can in a minute. Just give me a sec.
All right.
I haven't got a bra. I need to do that.
oh yeah, it's probably a good idea.
Damn, W marketing.
All right, Weeaboo, are you good?
Yes, sir. So, hey.
There he is.
Yes, sir. So basically, I'm a challenger Z main. Usually, no challenger right now. Don't ask me for my rank right now. Okay, we've been ERL grinding. Uni summer job. We do all that shit. Hey, man of many talents. You know what I'm saying? But usually, I just chill, play some League of Legends, make money. Hey, that's what's up. And we get the Z bitches. You already know.
You got the
Yes, sir.
E bitches.
Yes, sir.
How many of the E-bitches have you met up in real life?
I linked up a couple.
Cap.
Some. I
Yeah.
swear to God.
I'm happy
And
enough
you
for
know
that.
the crazy part is, hey, all the chicks I talked to in the league scene, they talked to Dantes as well. They said they've been in your DMs. Like that's kind of crazy. I didn't know my man had motion like that, but he got. Hey, Chai, if you don't know Dantes, he got motion. Like
So you
Listen,
guys like
it's
Eskimo
different.
bros?
Dick
it's
riding.
different.
listen.
Yeah,
Well,
hey,
well.
Because the thing about me is that there are actually a lot of girls that want to learn Hecarim, so they hit me up asking for a Hecarim coaching, and then I tell them like, unfortunately, can't do it. So then I have to like lightly let them down.
Damn. The Hecarim
Yeah.
coaching. That's tough.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hancock has a picture of the Hecarim coaching behind him.
Yeah.
So you don't teach them how to ride the pony then?
Unfortunately not. Saving that
Alright,
for
fair
my
enough.
future wife. All right,
After marriage, of course.
exactly. Once I'm married, then we'll see. All right, Kelly, are you good? Yeah, I think she might be on the phone with the hospital. So if anything, what we'll do is we'll just sit here and we'll start round 1. And then she can, I guess, turn on camera whenever she gets the okay that she's not literally dying. And then we should be good. But yeah, so recently on Twitter, a popular celebrity, Jonah Hill, has been getting exposed for sending what people call controlling messages to his ex, where he would essentially tell her things like he wanted her to take down posts and to do all these kinds of things, right? Where he was talking about how she was like acting single while she was in a relationship and he didn't like that. So the question is, right, for you guys, is it okay for somebody to make demands that you can take down certain pictures that you posted in the past once you guys start dating? Or should that person have to already accept that it's already out there and then just move on with their lives? For this one, we'll get the only girls for now opinion on it. So we'll start with Basil V.
Can you repeat the question again? I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, so the question was just that, do you think it's okay for somebody to demand that, a person that they started dating takes down pictures that they had posted in the past. So like kind of the Jonah Hill situation.
Yeah, so I feel like he's not really in the wrong because people are allowed to have, boundaries and things that you're uncomfortable. So unless he like communicated that with her beforehand, like then she's violating. You know what I mean?
If anyone wants to like,
I want to add on to that, but like, don't you know what you're getting into when you're literally like already like researching who you're talking to? If you want to look on their social medias, you see their pictures, what they preach, what they talk about. Like, you should already be looking at that stuff before it's actually like into play. No?
Are we allowed to jump in or
yeah,
no?
yep. So this is
Okay,
round
I-
table.
Free for all.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
So I saw a picture of Jonah Hill responding to one of her like bikini pictures, like with hard eyes or something, like before they started dating.
Right.
So then my question is like, if you got these boundaries, right? You don't want other dudes giving her hard eyes. I mean, then why the fuck did you do it in the first place? You know what I mean? Like if you're addressing that, right? If you really believe, oh shit, she should not be posting this stuff for other men to see. I mean, you already knew what you were getting into, like Tarzan said. So that, I mean, that's just your fault. You got to make up your mind, bro.
Hey, but wasn't he referring to IRL interactions, not like online interactions?
No. What
online,
Solar
said
Baka's
Instagram as well.
what he's saying is like Solar Baka's accusing him of sort of like hypocrisy, right? Where he's messaging the girl saying, hard eyes, whatever. So he's doing the exact thing that he's not wanting other people to do. The only argument that I would have against that is that when the girl is single and on the market, so to speak, and then he's saying that when they're in a relationship, this is what he wants it to be like. It's two entirely different things. I think he can appreciate the girl's public photos there, but then when he's in the relationship with her, he made it clear, apparently, that he doesn't want this to be the case. And then from the text, it also seemed like she was willing to remove things too, and then he set his boundaries. I think as long as you have your own boundaries, you're free to make requests to another person, as long as it doesn't infringe on them. And if they're not okay with that, then they can just say that it's not okay. But I think it gets really weird when you try to force your boundaries or force your views on another person and then demand that they respond. So I thought the text messages made the girl actually look kind of bad, even though I can understand why some people are upset with Jonah Hill.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't get into the situation, but I feel like based on what Dantes said, like that's insecure as fuck. Like I get him, you know what I'm saying, like not wanting to get, the gross score treatment, but like bro, goddamn, like she's just posting pics, like god, like what? That's calm, that's chill, that's normal, legit. Talking to chicks nowadays, I don't know, everybody posts mad pics, you know what I'm saying?
So
Yeah.
in the
like-
context, okay, so in the
Alright,
context
I'll
we were
go
given,
first.
it was like pictures in the past, right? He wanted to delete her pictures in the past.
Right.
Is that what I'm understanding?
Yeah.
So I feel like that's a pretty gray area because obviously it caught his attention. But if you are setting boundaries as the guy in the relationship and she's not like willing to budge on that, I feel like that makes sense for in the past. But like in the future, if she posts more like revealing pics and it's like he's being transparent with her, I feel like maybe that's a bit of a red flag.
And my question to the guys would be like, is that like a turnoff if you start talking to a girl and she's like very revealing to other people, or does not
I think
bother you at all?
it really depends on how the person like actually is because there could literally just be like financial motivation for her to post pictures, or maybe it's like attention, or there could be a plethora of things. As long as like you really do think you know the person, I think it's very situational.
To my understanding,
if
it's
you're
like it's a part of her job, right? That to my understanding, that was part of it, right? It's literally some of her surf videos and it's some of her modeling videos, which means that he's already aware of this before getting into the relationship with her, especially because he likes some of the photos, right? So he should already be aware that this is directly linked to her job, which makes it a little bit weird. That'd be like getting into a relationship with someone that is in a line of work that you're not okay with, but you knew that they were in that line of work before getting into the relationship. Then you're making a request. You can still make the request, sure, but I think it's kind of weird.
Apparently, it was
They were
a
the
hobby,
most
it wasn't a job.
mild. They were the most mild pictures ever. They were just her
Yeah.
surfing. You're like the way that people speak about it is like, oh, it's single behavior, and I'm like, is it single behavior to go surfing? Like, what does this mean?
But at the same time, I don't think like I don't think anyone outside of the relationship, like when you say like they're mild pictures, I don't think that's for anyone to judge, right? Because if the relationship is just those two and he says these aren't mild to me, and I'm uncomfortable with this, and then it's what else is saying.
I
Then
mean,
it's her
there are
decision
women that
to.
wear the burqa. There are countries you can go to for that, isn't it? You like go look for what you want instead of trying to turn somebody else into something that they weren't to start with. It's
But that's what he
weird.
was trying to do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but that doesn't mean everyone's gonna have the same values as you.
That's
Right.
not
Some
what
people-
I said. I'm saying you should
But
like
you're
seek
saying
to
go to another
attain.
country where
No,
where people are actually
that
predominantly
was
doing that.
being
What?
facetious, you dweeb. When I
Oh,
say
you're
you
very
should,
okay. Carry on. Go.
anyway, when I say
Okay.
you should look for what you want when you're dating it, why would you date someone who makes content you don't like in the first place? It's stupid, isn't it? Like, I
Well,
don't think it's
bro.
necessarily abusive, as other people have said. I can see how like it can lead into that type of a situation, but it's not abusive in of itself. But it's also a weird use of the terminology of boundaries. That's more like I want to be controlling and get away with it by looking reasonable.
Nah, I
Bro,
feel like it's
Jonah
just.
Hill,
yeah,
dog, hold
yeah,
on, real quick.
Go ahead.
Not to be disrespectful. Jonah Hill literally said, like, if she didn't feel comfortable, I mean, yeah, like, if she didn't feel comfortable with his boundaries, then she didn't have to be with him still.
Yeah,
So,
and why didn't he say that at the start and just not date her in the
But
first
he
Wait,
did.
didn't it say it in the message?
But it's pretty retarded. It's not at the start. It was like many months in.
bro,
which
he
is weird.
did.
Wait,
It
hold
wasn't
on.
at the
How'd you?
start. That's not the start. The
Tweaking.
start is like, I don't
Okay.
know, you've been on a couple of dates or something, and then you're like, I don't like this.
Nah,
Well,
I feel like he's just I feel like he's just insecure as fuck. It's like you get together with a tall bitch, and then you're surprised when she acts like a tall bitch. Like, what the fuck? Like, that's just crazy to me. Like, you know what
I
I'm
mean,
saying?
in this situation, that wasn't even the case. She just did fucking surfing videos. It's not like she was an OnlyFans.
Yeah,
girl.
exactly.
It's getting blown out of proportion.
I mean, I feel him. He doesn't want to get the girl score treatment. You know what I'm saying? Like, goddamn.
Right.
Wait, sorry. What is the gross score treatment?
Hey,
I think it's the
Chad,
second time I've heard it.
Chad knows.
Gross
Can
score
we
is like
elaborate on this?
several extreme steps in the other direction, isn't it? Like, there's a difference between posting surfing pictures and being an actual cuck.
And
The
talking
thing that,
about it on
Oh,
YouTube,
extreme.
uploading it.
in the context of saying that
Yeah.
it's happening many months in, I assume because we only get some revealing text messages, right? We don't actually have the full story. There's context missing as to why this started. Something must have happened behind the scenes that obviously she didn't reveal and that Jonah Hill didn't
I
reveal,
mean,
right?
I'm sure there is more to it, right?
Right.
And she might be spiteful, petty, and whatever, but it doesn't make him any less retarded, does it? Like, you should date the people that you like from the offset, not like thinking that you're going to change them midway through.
Wait, when did he say that he didn't like her? He literally said that, like, I do love you, but this isn't for me. You
When
can
I
go.
say like someone, I say take in consideration to what they already do. So you're not wanting to change them significantly.
But he's not changing them. He gave her a way out.
Yes, but he would want her to change to stay with her. That's the point.
But
Otherwise, he's
all
not
He
gonna
don't
relationships
do
have
it.
care, bro.
compromises.
He just said,
That's
don't
communication.
post it or leave.
Yeah, that's communication.
Yep,
That's
that's
a part of
exactly-
all
It's
healthy.
ultimatum, I'd say as
Yeah.
well.
Is this really
Well,
such a
it's not
foreign
really, but-
concept that you might want to date people that you already like at the start instead of like planning to change them midway through? Is that an odd idea? Am I
But you
losing
don't
my
know
mind?
everything about someone
No.
at the
Are
start
you
of a
just saying that
relationship.
because you do
Hey,
that?
no, you don't know everything, but this is something that is very
Oh.
transparent and already there. It's not a fucking mystery, is it? Or Instagram?
Right.
Jesus
But
Christ.
that's why I'm saying that there's the behind the scenes thing where maybe something was happening behind the scenes that led to him
I mean, I believe
thinking he was
that,
okay.
and I believe, yeah, I mean, I believe there's probably more to it, and I believe
Right.
that she was being petty, but I also like think he's retarded. So,
Well,
We
for
hear
something
more from,
so
Closet
minor,
Cash as well.
for her
after
to
LS's
clout
take.
chase over something so minor, I can only imagine the horrors that exist behind the scenes.
like,
Yeah, that
she's
was
a
not a
clout
healthy
chaser,
relationship.
and he's dating some 15 years
Like,
younger than him.
honestly,
so
you know
they're
what I'm
pretty
saying?
terrible, aren't they?
You know what I'm saying? We're all stem from the League culture, right? So it's like you being an ADC man, right? And then you duo with the most infamous Yumi, like crazy E thoughty, you know, she belongs to the E streets, right? And then you get together with her and you're like, nah, you gotta duo with me only. But then you're surprised when she duos with like 20 other fucking D4 Draven mains. What the fuck? Are you dumb? You joined like
Alright.
you.
That was kind of cringe. Ash, can you give us your take, please?
You know what I'm saying?
No.
It's
Ash.
like I know what you're saying.
Oh, I pretty much agree with what V said. Pretty much, that's what I.
Which was what?
That that he made himself very clear on like what he wanted, and that's pretty much it.
All right.
Facts.
Yeah.
I
So
agree.
Like,
so I guess
the thing with a relationship, you have a good relationship has boundaries, and both parties respect that. That's just how it works.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
You
but
know,
my
you
like,
know
question.
your
or like I can
fucking
use my
Hold on,
parents for an
Kelly,
example.
give me a second, give me a second.
I can use my parents for an example. Like, you know, they, they have their boundaries, and they have, good communication. They respect each other and everything, and they've been married for a long time. And it's because they respect each other's boundaries and everything.
Weren't
So,
you like
yeah.
shit talking your dad on Twitter? Like you're gonna use
Yeah,
him as an
what
example?
is going on here? What about your
Oh,
Ethernet
No,
cables boundaries?
no, no,
What
no,
happened
no.
there?
Me and my
Hey, yo.
all that's cleared up. I'm me and my dad we're good now. We're fine.
Okay.
Happy to hear, bro.
Okay, that's
Did
good.
you,
Yes,
did you
Scottish
get a job
beef.
now? Ash, have you got a job now?
We self-employed, boys. We self-employed
Oh,
now.
man, my
Yeah.
man.
No.
He's a total
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Okay,
Just bringing
so
big bucks.
yeah, so my question would be though, just to like I guess get kind of a clearer idea. Do you guys think it would be so like the whole changing people, right? Do you guys not think though that there are certain ways that people might act single that then when they're actually in a relationship that you wouldn't want them to keep doing, right? So like things like clubbing, for example, right? If people are single, they want to club, that's fine. But then you get in a relationship, you don't really want your girlfriend clubbing, stuff like that, right? So would you not say that the whole, I guess, Jonah Hill situation is just an extension of that, where sure, things might have existed beforehand, but then afterwards, you might be like, you know what? Maybe now that we are together, I don't want these things out there for the public eye.
Maybe I'm wrong, but wasn't that part of her job? Isn't that part of her job?
Well, yeah,
No,
that's the
uh,
argument against
yeah,
it.
She was a surf. She was
Right.
a surf instructor. But it
Yeah,
was a
so it's
hobby.
not a hobby. It's not a hobby at that point. It's her career.
Right.
It's what she does for a living.
No, but I
didn't
think she
even
did.
see anything specific about clubbing. I just saw him saying you're not allowed to hang out with your mentally unstable female friends and shit like this. It was really weird. He was like dictating like which of her friends are like okay to hang out with and not. It's strange.
I mean, I think
Yeah.
it's pretty common in relationships that when relationships start, someone might be doing something that you think either they'll stop or that you're fine with, but then once you're actually in the relationship, like Dantes is saying, you realize that you're not actually fine with it, and then enter communication, which is like integral to healthy relationships, and then you can either go, separate ways or you can make compromises. And I just think these text messages had no business
If
being.
there's an acknowledgement of that, then
Yeah.
it's fine. You were like, I thought I was okay with this. It turns out I'm not. If that was there, I would
Right.
feel a bit more differently about it.
Yeah, and we're missing a lot of context on it as well, right?
Yeah, it just feels bad
we
as
don't
an
know.
onlooker.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, ignore the whole, like, I guess, Jonah Hill situation and apply it to your guys' lives, right? Would you guys think that it would be okay if, like, let's say your partner, imagine you work out, right? And you wear tank tops to the gym all the time. And then one day your girlfriend will sit there or boyfriend will sit there and tell you, hey, I prefer if you wore, like, actual shirts instead, right? So would you think stuff like that would be too controlling? Or would it be things where you'd be willing to make the compromises?
So I think for
say-
me, I think the compromise is super fucking easy for something as simple as that, and I feel like she'd be willing to do the same if she's going clubbing with a certain group of friends all the time, and I'm really like seeing some kind of like change, or I just don't like it. And if I'm willing to compromise for her, she should be willing to do the same.
Yeah,
Facts.
I agree.
Like
Yeah.
it falls back on like communication and communicating with each other's like boundaries and shit. And basically like what you're both comfortable with, because relationships are all about balance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like if I was to be in a relationship, I would expect my significant other to trust me as much as I would trust them. Just fully trust them, because that's super
I mean, I
important.
think if you're just going to the gym just to like work out or whatever, I guess what you wear doesn't really matter. And then it would be worth having a conversation over like, why are you barely wearing anything to the gym when you're just doing a regular workout? It's kind of weird. But in this case, right, she was a surfer. She had to promote her business by doing videos of the things that she was doing. So a better comparison would be like someone, I don't know, they're getting like sponsorships, they have to wear the clothing because it relates to the sponsorships and take pictures in those clothing. Is that then okay because it's work versus just you wanting to go to the gym and wear nothing?
All right. So that it's been about I think like 20 minutes now. So I'm gonna be creating the poll. So
Mitch,
to vote in
there's
the
an
poll,
add-on to the Jonah Hill question. You forgot.
Wait,
So
what was the
there was
add-on?
like apparently now that he's been like getting exposed or whatever, there was a girl that came out and said like he was trying to make out with her, and they didn't know, or he didn't know that she was a minor. So like, is that a topic of discussion that's like related to? Is he the
We
victim or is she the
somehow
victim for not
ended up
figuring it
back
out?
with
We come back to
pedos
pedos.
again already.
That was
Oh
last. That was
no.
last week, right?
Oh no.
I don't know. I just
Cookie Love
know
was
that.
last week, right?
Hey, yo, what in the cookie lol?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Is it up
That's what
to
I'm
Jonah
saying.
What a
Hill to
curveball.
determine
What a
her
curveball.
age, or hello?
Is it up to him to determine if he's
I
making
mean,
out with a
like,
minor or not?
Yes,
What?
does he have to figure out her age before attempting to do this, or like
I mean,
Well,
whose job
I
is
feel
it
like
to figure
it's
it out?
Sick fucking question, is it not? Like what?
I feel like it's very logical, right? It's like, okay, if she looks very, very young, you should definitely go on and ask for like ID or anything of this sort,
Yes, but
right?
she was smoking, and the legal age to smoke is 18 in the U.S., right? Or like
Yeah,
buy
but-
cigarettes. I don't know. I don't live in the U.S., but like
The legal
you can
age
only
of drinking.
But
Sorry,
that's the
continue.
thing. Like, there's a lot of like underage drinking and smoking as
Yeah.
well. And if she
Yeah,
did look
nah.
super young, and you're definitely in this position where you're like a celebrity, right? And you
Isn't he
could be
like 40 or
potentially
something?
talking to a minor, then I feel like you should be more assertive and get like ID or something like of this sort, right?
Yo, but at the same time, there's people out here that are a certain age and they look younger. Like, bro, do I look 25 to you, bro?
Yes.
35.
Yes.
Yeah,
Do
he's
I
like
actually?
40.
Like, for
I
real?
think when you're 40, you should be a bit more careful about who you're making out with. But I don't know how recent.
Nah,
this
he's
was.
like a top
I mean,
earner.
I
I mean,
son.
similar
There's
thing
people out there
happened.
that look younger than their actual age. So
Similar thing happened with
See-
Akon, right? A girl got into a club and she was underage, and she should never have been able to get into the club as well as the other section, and it was a huge controversy. I mean, that's
Yes,
like,
so what is your take on it? Like, whose fault? Who's to blame? The girl?
I
or
mean,
the guy?
it's fucking it's really weird because some people
It's very
can,
weird.
yeah, it's a weird situation. I think like context for each situation is going to be kind of case by case, because one of the things that people don't realize about looking at people's photos and stuff is that you can show someone a photo of someone that they appear underage, maybe, right, to someone's personality or personal view, but then they're actually 25, 26. And then other times they'll show someone that looks older, right? They look like they're mid-20s, and everyone's like, oh, wow, she's really hot or he's really hot, etc. And they're like, they're 17. And then all of a sudden the person, takes back what they just said without realizing that this is a pretty common thing that happens. So I think when you apply it to like that situation, context gets really weird. In the case of Jonah Hill, it doesn't sound like he had any reason to not investigate further, right? The Akon situation, I don't even totally know the whole Akon situation, but it sounds like that girl had to make it through like 3 checkpoints. And so he believed that, she was over 21 or something.
I'm not gonna lie, ID checking every single chick in the club is kind of crazy. Like you just
Wait,
trust
ID
the system. Like
Yeah.
like if you go to the club, like you assume everybody's gotten like ID checked everything. Like ID checking everybody, like yo, what's up, what's good, shawty? Hey yo, I mean, I guess you could just ask their age.
Yeah, how
but,
often do you actually go to a
Yeah, so-
club or a bar and not think that everyone around you is the same age? Like, how often does that happen?
Like
Everyone
never,
here goes to clubs,
be
right?
honest.
Everyone here goes to clubs or bars? No? I mean,
No.
people have been to clubs or bars.
In the
but why
past.
do you
Yeah,
assume
yeah,
everyone
yeah.
is the same age?
No. Everyone's of legal age. That's
Of
physically
age.
in the
That's what he's
of
saying.
age.
right.
oh,
I mean,
Yes.
I think it's pretty rare
Okay.
that the thought that the other person's using a fake ID ever passes like someone's mind. I'm not saying that justifies it, but like,
Yeah. I mean, Project Ash, have you ever had a situation like that where like you go to the club, you're picking up a girl, and then you like ask her what's up?
no, I've never been to the club, bro.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
So if you were in Jonah Hill's situation, what do you think you would have done?
That he accidentally that he made out with someone that was apparently underage, that he later found out to be underage.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you approach the situation?
And be like, oh fuck, like I didn't fucking know.
Oh,
did he-
fuck,
wait,
man.
Wait, did he make out with her?
That would be my reaction to be like,
I think he
fuck, I didn't
attempted,
even
I'm
fucking
not
know this
sure.
shit, man.
Oh, he
Like,
attempted.
what the fuck?
Oh, in that case, they're both wrong. They're both wrong.
Yeah. All
'Cause, I
right.
mean, if someone's pretending to like be of age, then it's their fault as well. But it's more than his fault for not doing his due diligence.
Yeah,
Hey,
I
Project
can't-
guys, Project, you acting all humble, man. Let's not pretend you don't get bitches. Like, come on, bro.
No,
I've seen my
dude.
boy on Twitter, saying this guy is a menace. Like, probably he got like 200 Lulu D2 mains in his D. Like, hey,
Nah, dude.
D2.
No,
Podcast.
no.
is this a D2?
All right. Anyways, so we're gonna be voting now for the round's favorite. So remember, I'm gonna be spamming the straw poll link in my chat. So remember, guys, the person that you're voting for is for the favorite, and then the 2 people who receive the least amount of votes are the 2 people who the favorite has to choose between eliminating. So contestants, right? Think about who do you think didn't give that great of an answer? Think about all that kind of stuff, because there is a chance that you may be the favorite. But wait, so Project Ash, you're telling me though that you don't have the Lulu E-honeys hitting you up?
Yeah, I sure just don't believe that. There must be hundreds,
Why?
if
Why?
not thousands.
Bro, he's literally built like
Why?
young Jesus, man. He's literally little Jesus. That's
I
my
mean, the
guy,
league
Project
scene has
Ash right there,
proven. The league scene has proven it doesn't matter what you look like, man. It does not matter what you look like.
That is
Anybody
What do
can
you
get a
mean? Well,
girlfriend.
who are you referring to? Who are you referring to?
Oh, listen, I'm not gonna say anyone. I'm just saying that people
Drop
post
names.
up with their boyfriends, with their girlfriends all the
Yeah.
time, and you wonder how things happen. And then
Mhm.
yeah.
Anyone
Wait, but
specific?
you're gold, aren't
Yeah,
you?
no, he. Oh, currently, yeah, my accounts are in gold right now.
What's your
Damn.
peak? What's your peak?
Oh,
Wait, what are you
Oh,
gonna
my
do
peak
when
is flat
Emerald
forward.
hits next week and you can't claim mid elo anymore? What's going
It's still
on?
mid elo, bro. Plat and Emerald are
But you're
gonna
not
be
getting
mid-elo,
plat. You're gonna be
okay?
Emerald.
Nah.
It's
Well.
still mid elo, dude.
But you're not gonna get
Hey,
plat
I-
anymore.
Mid elo.
Hey, I believe in you, my boy. You got this.
Oh, then I'm not gonna be plat peak. I'll just be Emerald peak.
Well,
Well, you can still say that you're
maybe,
plat
maybe,
peak.
maybe in 2v2.
Mm.
It's fucking, you know.
All right,
Don't
Tarzan,
worry,
you want to
bro,
read the
don't worry.
results?
All right, so the winner for round one is with a whopping 876. 39% of the votes is LS. And our bottom two, very close between bottom three, by the way, but Tenacity and Solarbach are bottom two, just by a couple of votes. So
I think what we
LS.
might do then is we'll leave the poll run for a little longer. Maybe like no, it's just because it's
Said
close.
stop
Like
the
it's so
count.
close. There's only like 5 votes
That's
separating.
manipulation.
Who's the bottom third? Who's bottom third?
Oh, you're a third. You're
Oh,
bottom
I'm
three.
third. I'm bottom
Yeah.
third. Okay, cool.
Yeah, you guys shouldn't click on the poll during the voting as well, if
Yeah,
possible,
no,
just so
I'm
there's
not
more
looking
emotions involved, hopefully. But okay, well now the voting has completely changed.
Oh god.
Well, now they're yeah. All right.
Wait, why are we trying to delay on the voting?
Because,
No, just 'cause,
because he
there's
doesn't
only,
want
like,
them
somebody-
eliminated. What? No,
What are we
like-
trying to
Also,
do here?
Tenacity live in the same
Don't
house,
worry about
so,
that.
I
Yeah.
spaced
if
out
he
for a
votes on
minute. I'm
Tenacity,
fucking lost.
how much
You really
longer
wanted
will
to
it
see
run?
the IRL boxing fight, huh?
we can wait like
Yeah.
10
We
seconds.
gotta fight LS.
Yeah.
If you guys
Also,
vote for
Kelly-
me, I'll go fight LS after stream.
Also,
On stream,
what?
actually.
oh shit.
What?
Is your thumb good or like?
Hey,
No,
yo,
it's
W
still,
W Solar back, mom.
still numb. I don't know why. It's weird.
Yeah, that's my mom in the background. That is my mom in the
Hey,
background.
shout
She's
out,
on the
shout
bed.
out.
Yeah, bro's getting ganked IRL right now.
What's up?
Hey, yo.
What the? What's going on?
All right, Tarzan,
Yeah,
you
they
want to
can
read
see
the
you.
results?
Hey, yo, tell her to pull up to the show. We need her.
Alright, so now the bottom two has become, I think, the two most quiet people from this round, Lil V and Hancock.
Are
So
we done yet?
Bro,
You
you guys were the most quiet, to be fair. So
Yeah, yeah.
Wait,
to
were you
be
trying
fair.
to scamaz the other girl out getting booted off early?
Legit.
I
The
have
one
no
time I
idea how
got
you
your
feel
back
about
on that
Kelly.
one, that's valid. I won't lie.
it's up to LS to determine how he wants to vote one of you two out or kick one of you off.
What do you mean? Do I just choose one of the two?
Yep. So you can ask them
Pretty
to like
much.
plead their case if you want. If you're still like indecisive, and then you get to choose.
Could they ask them like a question as well, so they could like elaborate more because they're pretty quiet last round.
Okay,
I mean,
yeah.
it's up to them.
Actually, yeah. Why were you two both quiet last round?
Wait, the one where the fucking ID shit?
The
No,
Jonah
the
Hill.
Jonah Hill
That
show.
was the last. No, but it went to the
Like she's not
the
even paying
ID,
attention
right?
here.
Because I said my piece.
Hancock's winning
Then
just
I
by
didn't
being
really get to
silent.
say much.
Wait, what did I do?
No, nothing. Hancock, why were you silent last round?
Oh, why was I silent? Oh, I thought you said silent. I thought they accused me of silent. Oh no, I answered. I mean, some people are louder than others. Not pointing fingers.
All right.
It's all right. You're very well. Like, fair enough. If you want to point your fingers at me, I don't give a fuck.
All right, I can't
all right.
focus. I can't focus. I can't focus Hancock's background. We're just gonna remove Hancock. I can't focus.
You gotta remove me. I can change it.
The
I can change it. I
background.
can change it. Wait, is that your definitive answer? I can change it. I can
Oh
change
god, I
it.
don't want to know what it goes to. What is it? What does it go to?
Hey, yo.
Is that a yes? Is that a yes? Do you want me to change it?
I mean, I was just joking, but yeah.
Damn,
I can
Hancock, you trying to raise up Alice or what?
What is going
No,
on
I
here,
can
actually?
Damn,
I can
damn,
change it. I
damn.
can change it. I can change it. I can change it. Wait, let me change it. Wait. Wrong one.
What? Oh my
What's
god.
I can change it.
Respond. What the hell is
Anyway, so
that?
if I'm gone,
What's going
uh,
on? I
It's
can't
on the
focus.
screen.
if I'm gone, I just want to say, everyone go check this out.
Mentally
and, yeah.
ill. Like, at least if you're gonna try and harass me specifically, you could try and do it not backwards so people could fucking read it. You
Oh,
read
is it
fine.
backwards? My bad.
Yes.
Let me change it. Let me change it.
Incompetent twat.
There you go. If you want to go read this before you do the next vote.
Yes,
Wait, move your head a
sure,
little
that's
bit. I gotta see the
very
full
Oh,
view.
yeah.
Come
normal
on.
behavior.
Oh,
Bullying.
facts.
Why is it
certain-
the losers
well,
that get kicked off the earliest? Are always the
certain
saltiest,
individual- a certain
specifically
individual-
Hancock, do you want to do like a final shout out before you get going?
You must feel
final
really bad
shout-out is
losing
to
to an
Shout out
e-girl with
Joaquin.
tits and
I
nothing
don't
else.
care. I'm gonna
Right?
go. I'm
Imagine
gonna
if
go.
you actually had a personality, you might actually
Wait,
last a bit
Dante's
fucking longer,
mute her.
wouldn't you?
Dante's mute her.
Oh, do you want to do just like your final shout out, whatever?
My shout out is to this Twitlonger right here,
Okay.
addressing false rape allegations about a
Huh?
certain
Not
individual.
even
made
true.
by-
Thank you,
All
Hancock.
right.
Appreciate it.
I'm sure because you live in my walls, you know what happened.
Just go check this out, read this, and go check it out. And
Alright,
also
well-
follow me on Twitter, Hancock_law.
Literally, what's wrong with you? Fuck
Thanks for
off.
coming.
My boy.
So, this is a little bit similar to last question, but a little different too. So, during the last week, there was an actress, Keke Palmer, who went to an Usher concert wearing a like see-through dress that was showing her entire ass, right? After the concert, her husband called her out on Twitter, and he was pretty much saying that he didn't approve of it, right? A lot of people said that it was like, I guess, controlling and shit like that. But do you guys think that partners can have an actual say, and partners can actually have insight on what their boyfriend or girlfriend wears out in public? So we'll start off with Weeaboo and see what he has
Yeah,
to say.
all right. First of all, I just want to say I saw that clip. Yo, she was wilding for that. If you were with Keke Palmer and she was all up on Usher's dick, I'm talking straight, like she was shaking that pum pum, like yeah, you know what I'm saying? She was all up on him. If that happened to you, I swear to God, I wouldn't even talk to her. Ghost, block, see ya, I'm out. This is my
Yeah.
house. Get the fuck out. Like
That is
damn,
That's
crazy.
no,
That's
dude.
crazy.
Based, honestly, based answer.
I got a
honestly.
quick question. How is this different from the last topic? I might have missed something in the question that you're asking, but this is about what we want our girlfriends to wear.
Well,
Is this-
so the last one was so now so the last one was more about like I guess the changing of boundaries, right? Whereas this one is more so like should you be allowed to really sit there and like control what people will wear or like where they'll go out or things like that?
I mean, the behavior is a bigger problem. Did somebody say she was giving someone a lap dance? Like, what am I? I don't know what the situation.
Yeah,
is.
exactly.
Yeah, she was feeling him.
gave
She was
Yeah,
feeling
it's
him. She was
well,
feeling him.
crazy.
yeah.
Action.
Like
The
for sure.
combination of clothes and lap dance obviously is
That
worse.
ain't it, Chief. That ain't
You
it.
are cosplaying a stripper, then I guess that's a problem, right?
I mean, to be fair, some girls don't consider that cheating if their boyfriends go to the strip club and get lap dances. From what I've heard from my friends, not from you or anything.
I mean, if you're an open-minded person and you don't mind it, it's not cheating, I guess. But obviously, a lot of people aren't going to be happy with it either.
open-minded. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I have a question. Do you think Groscore was open-minded as well when his chick fucked another guy in the same house? Like that's not open-minded. That's just crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
Well, yeah,
sir,
but you're talking about a
sounds
different.
Hey, open-minded.
relationship.
I don't know about that. Hey,
I mean, gross
For
score is
real.
he does genuinely seem happy as far as I'm aware. So I don't know, unless he's got a gun to the back of his head and is being made to do all of these things.
Yeah, but
and
that
seems
has nothing to
happy.
do with cheating. You're talking about polygamy at that point. Polygamy,
Yeah, I'm not the one that brought him
polyamory.
up. I'm
Yeah.
responding to him. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, what would you guys consider like cheating then? Like, would you say that, I guess, getting a lap dance is cheating, or would you say that even talking to another, let's say a girl or guy or whatever, is cheating? Would you even say there are some people that go as far as to say that even watching porn is cheating? So, where would you guys draw the line?
I think
Also,
there's
but
like
also-
universal rules.
Mm.
Oh, do you want to go first?
Nah, go ahead, bro.
Okay, so I think there's universal rules like regarding like cheating, right? But I think it's subjective to every relationship.
Hmm.
Like if you guys communicate and say like literally just like, I mean, I don't really see it, but like literally watching porn by yourself is like cheating in your relationship, right? I shouldn't say it. It's just cheating in your relationship, right? Then obviously you just shouldn't do it. And if my girl is like wearing some shit like that out and I advise against it, and then she's giving some guy a lap dance, like I'm fucking blocking that bitch. I don't know, I'm fucking her sister or something. Like I really can't focus.
Damn.
Like
Yo, he's a savage.
like, no. Straight up, that shit is like really crossing a line that should never be crossed.
Bro, I think some of it also has to do with the reaction, right? Like some of it has to do with the reaction, right? Like me personally, or like what she was wearing. I mean, I'll be honest, it was a little showy, but at the same time, it's one thing to have an outfit, and then the other thing is like her reaction, right? Because he's serenading her, he does it to like some Peter,
yeah.
bro. She's like all up on him. I would not be comfortable with that. I'm like, okay, she's allowing this to happen. She has a choice. Because I see some other videos on Twitter where he was also serenading some other girls and they had no reaction. I'm talking sitting down, glasses on, absolutely zero reaction. So to me, I would not feel good about that. I would not feel good about that. I would think that's cheating.
Chaining onto what Tenacity said.
She's a mother too?
Well, I didn't know she was a mother,
Jesus.
but chaining on to what Tenacity said, it is going to be subjective because different cultures, as well as if people are like religious, right, they're going to have different views on what is and isn't cheating and what isn't boundaries, just depending on where they were raised. Just literally where they were raised or whatever their religion is. I think cheating gets kind of weird when you realize that because it's going to be case by case. But I think in a general sense, what Solobak is saying, the reaction is also really important because I think if you're having to restrict the type of clothing that your girlfriend, your boyfriend is wearing when they go out says a lot about what you think their reaction would be when they're doing that. If your girlfriend or boyfriend is going to a club and wearing very revealing clothing and you have a problem with it, I don't think that you actually have a problem with the clothing per se, unless it's like one of those cultural backgrounds or religious backgrounds that maybe, you have an opinion on. But more so that you think that they might respond to some sort of attention that they end up getting, which is really where the problem lies. It's not actually with the clothing.
Yeah,
So
the way they see it is that they're being disrespected, basically.
You
That's how
think
they
it's
see
the
it.
response to the attention and not that the woman is trying to garner more attention by wearing the more racy outfits?
Maybe she could be.
Is it more like
Right.
Not
It
a
could be
man
both.
feels disrespected.
It's like-
He feels disrespected by that.
You could have a
behavior.
worry. You could have a worry, right? Your girl, let's say your girl goes out, she wears like what Kiki Palmer was wearing in that case. You could have a worry, and it's normal to have that worry. We all get it. But the fact that she fed that worry and that she kind of just like confirmed the worry in his mind, I think that's where things get really fucked
It's
up.
straight up disrespect to him, basically.
I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I kind of like when my chick, like when my girl wears like more revealing clothes, low key, not like that, but like she wears like that fit. Because when we walk around, like
because you like how she looks
hold
with it, right?
on, broski. I'll let you talk. You let me talk. You know what I'm saying? So, but like I love when she gets catcalled because I'm like, they won't do anything. I'll beat him the fuck up. So like when she gets catcalled, I'm like, yeah, I got that bitch. But the difference is if she goes all up on this dude's dick, like lap dance and shit, then ghost block. Get out of my house. Like, get out of my house.
Wait,
She won't be your Lulu anymore.
It's done.
So
It's
are you
done.
saying this
Does anyone
when you're with
not
her?
agree with this?
I think it's
Like,
fair
I feel
to
like we're
assume
all in-
that everyone would assume that it was cheating unless otherwise specified beforehand. Like it would be defaulted as like, yeah, this is cheating, unless you literally had that conversation and said, I'm okay with the more like crazy behavior.
I want to go to Weebu's point. Are you saying this like in the context that you're with her in the club, or she's just going?
Yeah, exactly,
alone?
exactly. Yeah, exactly. No, she's not going on. You're
Okay.
with her. And if she's wearing revealing clothes, that's fine by me. Because
Oh yeah, I mean, I'd want her to wear revealing clothes.
When she
Yeah.
gets catcalled, like I don't know, I just find like, yeah, no, I know, I got her.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I don't
A baddie
even
with a
think-
fatty.
I don't think it's the
like,
level of
they could beat
insecurity
them
as your
up,
guy.
right?
If
Is
they
that
tried
right? Like you.
something-
Yeah, exactly. I'm confident they won't do shit.
Well,
I
They won't
mean,
do
yeah,
shit.
So
for
you could beat
challenge
them up,
it, man.
bitch. I could fold you with a two-piece.
Wait, hold on. So if you
Pull up
wait, I want to go
that.
back to what Weeby said.
Pull up
Right.
then. Pull up
Oh
then.
hell no!
What's up? What's up? Pull up to Stockholm.
Sit
Say,
the
hey,
fuck down, boy.
hey, say that again to my face. Come on.
Wait,
that's-
so
up,
j-
you
just on
dead
your
ass-
Why
point,
is the
You
girl
top
with all
lane
the
secondary.
fucking plushie saying that she could beat up anyone in this fucking
Bro,
chat?
don't underestimate me, bro.
Listen,
What are you on
she's
about?
Relax, relax. Yo,
Chad.
don't
You
disrespect.
couldn't even. You
Dantes.
couldn't beat up your cat. Let's be real. I'm
Dantes,
sorry. You know
remember
I'm
what
gonna
you
keep
said
it up.
about-
Look,
Okay, dude.
Bruh.
Dantes, remember what you
I
said
wouldn't
about
talk
girls
if
with
I were
Rila
you.
Kuma plushies? I remember what you said.
Listen, all I'm saying is if she has a Rilla
Yo,
Kumi
meat
plushie,
grind
she is
ass.
dangerous.
I mean, my question would
Dangerous
be,
scary,
little
bro.
as
Rapping on
he
the
used last
allegations,
time.
bro.
my question would be like, you want people to admire your girlfriend at the club? Like, isn't that similar to like what Adam and Girl Score want? They want people to admire their pub or their
Nah,
partner
'cause
being
They
objectified.
want admiration in a different way, bro. Other men be admiring
I mean, if she's wearing
inside and
revealing clothes,
everything.
she's
Yeah,
like being
they-
objectified. I feel like too.
I mean, to them, isn't it like my girlfriend is so beautiful? I want this other man to fuck her. Like that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I see.
but-
Listen, I'm not like that.
Yeah, no.
Ultimately, we're talking about the
I don't know
response
about that
again,
one.
right? We're talking about how people react to certain things, which goes back to
Yeah,
you
their
have to
response.
define what cheating is, because people are going to have different opinions on cheating. Some people won't care if their partner watches porn. Others might. Some people might not care if their partner, has flirtatious DMs with someone or something. Because they just trust that the partner won't actually cheat, or that the partner will cut it off if it actually gets too serious. It's always going to sort of be case by case. Like every one of us is mostly talking about the response. So I think like in a general sense, cheating is the acknowledgement of whatever your boundary is or your partner's boundary is, and then a willingness to go against it knowingly in secret. That's what cheating is.
Yeah, in secret. If you wouldn't do it in front of, if you wouldn't do it in front of your partner, why are you doing it somewhere else? Like,
I mean,
I
if
don't know.
you're at the club with someone, you know what people's intentions at the club are. When you're walking with your girlfriend at the restaurant or something or admiring her, it's not a completely different. It's like a completely different environment.
I mean, I think on the club context, like I wouldn't even want my girl to be going to the club in the first place.
Why
Just
not?
because.
You look
So-
like you're about
so-
12. This is really a genuine concern for you.
Yo,
Yes, it
get
is.
off my boy's head.
Yo, let
Uh,
us
He's 21. What's
Please,
going on?
let me talk though.
What the?
So I think for the club situation, I mean, yeah, I would not want her going to the club. And as to why, it's just because I know what happens to club. I've been to clubs. It's literally just like, I mean, not even on some entry table shit, but it's like a sex breeding ground, right? You just go there to meet people and, be flirtatious with people, get drunk. I mean, that's not the kind of environment I want my girl in. I feel like.
True. She stay home and play League instead.
But
Yes,
it's
literally.
Be your
also-
Lulu main. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I'm just
Right?
playing. I'm just playing.
like if she's going out with friends, right? If you guys are going out with friends and you're going with friends to have a good time, I mean, you could go to a club, you could go to a party. Everything is still going to be a choice. You have a choice whether to interact with those things around you. And if I trust my girl to be with her friends, I trust her not to get like drunk if she doesn't have someone to be with her, or to respond to other guys who might hit on her. You know what I'm saying? Like I trust her, so
Right.
that doesn't change, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and if you got a
Yeah,
driver's
I-
license, you could be the designated driver too, you know?
I have a question for you guys. It's the same topic. If you were together with this chick and she also plays games, right? And usually she duels with you, she plays with you, but suddenly she plays with another dude, like a law. Would you guys take offense, or like would you guys allow that?
That
Is this
depends-
currently
that
happening in your
depends on
life?
who
Is
it
that why
is,
you're
though.
asking this
It
shit,
depends-
bro?
it-
Nah, but
it-
hold on, wait.
No,
but
I'm
that
just wondering.
depends
Going
on
with
who
other
it is.
men,
I'm just curious.
dead.
I wanna-
I'm
I wanna-
dead.
Unrelated,
I
unrelated.
gotta
Who it
go.
is.
Bro,
Let
what-
Ash speak, guys.
I mean,
It
don't
depends on
women
who it is.
have
Like,
emotions?
I know,
He's
like,
asking
you know,
for
guys-
personal
my fucking God,
advice.
there's like four
He's
people
asking
gonna
for
want-
advice, guys.
Hey,
I gotta
honestly,
go.
Nah.
I mean,
the
if
goat
your
speak.
concern is your girlfriend spending a lot of time with other men that are single, what's the difference if they're at a club or if it's online?
I ain't gonna lie, she's spitting.
Wait,
If
what?
you don't
Repeat it?
trust your
what?
girlfriend, yeah, and they're spending a lot of time with other guys, it doesn't really matter in what context it is it?
Well, here's what I would say, right? Like, let's say my girlfriend downloads League of Legends, right? And we play for a long time. Like, bro, I'm a streamer. Like, my job is fucking playing games and shit, just like most people in this call. So if my girlfriend suddenly decides that she just wants to play the game that I play as a job, as entertainment and shit, with another dude, then yeah, something's gone horribly fucking wrong. Because if this is where a lot of my life is and what I share with her, you know what I'm saying? And then she's doing that with some other guy, then something went seriously wrong. And at
Yeah,
that
it leads to
point, I'm not
insecurity, I
comfortable.
feel like.
But wait,
Each
what if
sitting is
you're
straight.
doing like what if you're
Like
doing?
passions
Wait,
and
hold on.
hobbies,
What
it's not
if
like
what if you're
others.
doing rank climbs and she just wants to play with someone that she met? Why can't it be platonic?
Well, then
Yeah,
there's
what if
then
it's
there's
her
context,
friend?
right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There could always be context. Let's say I ended
Right.
stream and I ask her to play, and she says, "Nah, I want to play with fucking 420 Weeaboo Slayer EUS Z to carry me to
She's
diamond."
not saying that. She's not saying that, bro. Trust that.
Yeah, now
You
see
were
now we're
saying you
adding
trust
some
your
more
girl at the
context
club,
again.
you don't trust
right,
your
right,
girl
right.
on League of Legends?
Yeah, but for the
do you
league
mean?
context, it basically just comes down to who it is. Basically, depends on
What do I
the
mean? That's
person.
what she said. You're like, she can go out with her friends and party. I trust her, but on League, you don't trust her?
Well, like I
You said
said,
that
it
before.
depends on the. Let's say,
Dead.
okay, for
League is the cause
example,
of brain rot.
I mean, I feel like I just
They
explained
got
this. But
higher elo than
I'm
you.
not
That's why
streaming,
you're
right? Let's say
scared.
I'm not streaming, and I say, "Hey, do you want to spend time with me?" And she says, "No, I would rather play ranked
Now
and
you're
climb
changing the
with this."
context, so that was never the topic of discussion. She never like contradicted you and neglected you. You added that part.
Yeah.
What?
You're adding
Wait, can you-
context
can you
to
repeat
fit a narrative in which you'd be uncomfortable.
Right. So you're saying, like, I guess platonically, if I was given those two scenarios.
Yeah.
Well, I like that. No, just still like steel man him a little bit. There's a
But
difference
also-
between if she like occasionally played with some guys, or if she's spending like a lot of time, many days of the week, playing with one person. Like one of those is obviously more of a red flag than the other, and it might just be
Right.
that you're not giving your girlfriend enough time, and your relationship is suffering, and it's going down a bad path. It doesn't
Then-
necessarily, yeah.
Right.
mean that
Then maybe
anything.
let me say one more thing. Then let me say one more thing. I also don't believe that in a relationship there needs to be complete consistency or even logic with your boundaries. At the end of the day, it's if your partner is willing to accept them for their boundaries, and if your partner is willing to accept you for the boundaries that you have, right? So yes, I would be comfortable with her going to club with her friends, but I wouldn't feel comfortable with her going and playing League, right? And you could say like "fuck you," and that was like, and you're completely, you can own that point, but that would be like my fucking boundary. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's
It's
subjective.
funny
So
to me that your guy's elo is a big source of insecurity than anything in the
I'm
real world.
dead.
Funny.
She queuing with higher elo men.
Bro,
She
she's
queuing with Weeaboo Slayer, bro.
Slayer, man. What am I
That's fucked
supposed
over.
to do?
That's not
You
your
can
girl no
cheat
more.
on me, but not
Hey.
with someone who has higher elo. That will
Mhm.
just destroy
So
me.
fucked up, man.
Hey,
Wait, but
Chewbacca,
still, aren't you challenging right now?
I would never do that to you. Nah, I demoted from Charlie, but I was Charlie.
I was asking
Yeah.
Solar if he was Charlie right now. Aren't you
Am
Charlie
I-
right now?
Am I Chally right now? I
Yeah.
have,
Bro, what the hell is this shit?
I guess no. I have Challenger MMR accounts. I'm just not Chal.
Oh, Challenger! Now we got
So-
Nissan here. What's going on?
No way.
Now we got
My-
fucking Nissan here.
Ask Tenacity, the pro player, what happens
Oh,
every single time he
God.
plays against me.
Oh, ask Adrian Riven. Oh my god.
Alright,
Ask
listen.
Adrian, right?
Relax.
Jesus.
Wait, let me guess. Is it jungle gap every game? Let me guess.
No, it's not. That's why I got Challenger in EU with 90 ping. 2 years in a row.
Based.
It's not.
Oh.
I don't blame my jungler. I play for myself. I'm a top laner. If I win, it's because I did something to help the team. If I lose, hey, it is what it is. I focus on myself and be better. That's it.
It sounds like
So-
your role is super impactful, man.
Bro, why you coming at my
Okay.
boy like that, Project? Bro,
Hey,
ain't
listen,
you
Bro,
only
I
so
played a
I
week
actually have a
of
question.
the game,
Fun.
man.
Hold
Come
on,
on
hold on.
now.
Hold on, man. Oh, gold
boosted
AD carry
ass
player.
account,
Yo, okay,
bro.
guys, yes.
Whoa,
Hold up, hold up, hold up.
whoa, chill,
So,
chill, chill.
Project,
Whoa, whoa,
I actually have a
whoa.
question for you. Okay, so my question is: you said that you don't go to the club, right? Like you've never gone before.
Yeah, nah, I haven't been. No.
So let's say you start dating a girl, right? And then she tells you
Mm-hmm.
that she wants to start going alone without you. Would that be something that you would allow or no?
Mm, I don't know if
Of
I can really
course
answer that because
you
I haven't
would.
been in that situation before. I'm the type of person that's like, we cross that bridge when we get to it type of person, so I can't really give a good answer until I actually
Because
like
you gotta get a
experience
girl
that.
first in order to get to.
Yeah,
So
Okay,
you have to
Pro-
have a girl.
yeah.
So
I don't know.
Project,
I
you
don't
said,
know.
Project, you said you can relate to that. Okay, IRL analogy, but let's do a league analogy. Is let's say you have a e-bitch, right? She duels with another dude.
Yeah.
What do?
Be careful. Be careful with how you answer.
I'm dead. I'm dead.
Bro,
Yo,
he plays
quit
league, you know what I'm
smiling.
saying?
Speak, bro. Use your fucking words.
Let him
Wait,
think.
here,
It's
I'll-
a
Yeah,
hard
honestly,
question.
I
I
don't know if I
can't.
should
Yeah, I
make a
can't.
big
I
deal
can't
out of
believe
it, to
Weeaboo
be
Slayer
honest.
just did that. All she wanted was end of season rewards.
I don't think I should make a big deal out of it, to be honest. I
Okay,
don't think I would make a big deal out of it.
so you'd be like, all right, that's fine.
I'd be like, whatever, man.
My
What
man
if
got
she
a
said-
roster, bro. He got a roster. He got all the e-bitches. You know what I'm saying? God damn. God
Well,
damn.
he gotta he just gotta take what he can get. Honestly, he can't be fucking picky. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, why do you say that?
I just don't see the reason to make a big deal out of something that really, it's not really a big deal.
Yeah. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, the one thing they do have going for you, Ash, is that you did peak higher elo than low V. So you're
No,
not
you
the lowest elo in the
no.
He's
call.
literally diamond. What?
Cat! That's what I'm talking about. Put some
Wait.
respect in my name. The fuck?
I haven't hit diamond yet. One day though. One day. Maybe
bro,
LS
just keep up
coaches
the
me
You
some
grind.
should
diamond.
do
Who knows?
then. You know what you should do.
This feels like
Alright, shut
bullying.
the
All right. Okay. So, anyways, does anybody have any like final things that they want to say about it? Any final comments about the whole thing, or is everyone good?
I mean, kick it back. Kick it Palmer just a baddie with a fatty. That's all I know. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Wait, so you
Alright.
said Usher tweeted about the situation? Like what she did? He called her out, you said?
Well, it wasn't Usher. It was her boyfriend who called her out, or her like
Oh,
husband,
I
whatever
thought
it was.
okay. I didn't know the full context.
Yep.
That's all.
I mean,
Um,
just like LS said, that it's based off of whatever you have. Cheating is just different in everyone's eyes. Gross score
Yeah,
will
it's
let someone fuck
subjective.
his girl and it's completely chill. Yeah. I don't think many. I wouldn't be comfortable with what she did with Usher. I wouldn't be
You have a
fine with
question about
Usher
that later,
serenading
too.
her.
Facts. It's
The gross score
subjective
thing.
as hell. Facts.
all right.
Like I
So-
would if I was a mother, I wouldn't want my baby daddy out there grinding up on bitches and shit. So, all right, go ahead.
All right.
Bro.
So we have the straw poll ready. To vote for your favorite person for the round, all you have to do is open the stream and then click on the link.
Vote who you want to keep, guys, not kick.
Yep. So you're voting for the round's favorite, and then the two lowest on the rounds are the people who end up getting voted out.
Weeaboo Slayer, why did you have me blocked, by the way?
Wait, did I?
Was that like
Wait,
a
no
battle
way,
with
no
you?
way. Okay, listen. One thing I did before when I started Twitter a couple years ago, I blocked all the single E chicks because I didn't want to see them. But like, I'm sorry, but I unboxed
No, I was
you
just
now, you know what I'm
curious. I
saying?
thought it would be slightly more interesting than
You know what I'm
that,
saying?
so-
I was a very religious, deeply spiritual. You know me. You know what I'm saying? I don't do no haram shit. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't talk to chicks at all. You know what I'm saying? Whether in league, whether ERL. So I usually block chicks before on Twitter. So I didn't want to see them. But I unblocked you though. You're good. You're good now.
So you
Keep
gotta
up the
reject
grind, bro.
yourself first
How-
before they reject you, right?
How do we get so many Muslims in each call? No offense or anything
Oh my
intended. There was
God.
like I was
Hey,
like half
yo.
the fucking
Hey,
call
yo.
last time.
I was capping,
like-
by the way. I was capping. I'm not highly
Yo,
spiritual.
out of
but,
pocket.
I was just curious. Apparently,
That was
there's
out of
more of a
pocket.
demographic higher than I was aware that played League.
Hey,
Is
my
there
fault.
a problem?
I'm my fault. I'm
No,
like half
it was
Christian as well.
curiosity. It was a question.
Yeah. Well, wait,
That's
Weeble, you
weird,
said
'cause I didn't
you
even notice that.
Huh? Yeah, what's
Weeble, you
up?
said you used to like block everyone, but nowadays
Yeah.
you're like picking up the e-honeys at the club. So what changed?
So basically, I started uni, you know what I'm saying, a year ago, and I was like, fuck it, why not? You know what I'm saying? Like, but the thing is, it's important to have boundaries, you know what I'm saying? Gotta stay focused, chat, you know what I'm saying? Bitches, all that shit. You might want it now if you don't have that like attention, but once you have the attention, you realize like that's just not important. You just focus on yourself, grow yourself, like real talk. It's just much more rewarding.
Are you high, by the way? Out of curiosity.
Bro, are you the feds?
I'm just asking a question. I'm a
Nah.
doctor.
Always, bro, always. My fucking brother.
Nice.
All right, Tarzan, you want to do the results?
All right, so people need to vote more. By the way, it's like less than 3K votes, but surprisingly enough, this round was a lot closer. But LS takes it again with 715 votes, and our bottom two is Project Ash and Tenacity.
So since LS already chose the first round, we'll go to the second highest voter, or the second highest voted, who's gonna choose who to eliminate. So that'll be Weeaboo Slayer.
Wait, what?
You're so fucking high.
I'm sorry, guys. English, my second language. What? Hold on.
It's
What?
all good, bro.
Alright, my brother.
You were second, so you vote.
Oh, wait, so I vote. Oh
Yeah.
hell no! You know what I'm saying? Like all these motherfuckers seem super chill. Fuck,
Hey,
man.
bro, I'll make it easier for you. I've been up 20 hours. I want to go to bed. So.
Oh, for real? Alright, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, Tenacity, take care, man. See
Alright,
you
bro,
soon.
take
Yo, you
care.
gotta pull up to EOS, alright?
All right, you gotta pull up to Korea, bro. I'll see you soon.
Korea? Alright, then.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out,
I'll let
yeah,
you
shout
honeys
out.
here.
Tenacity, do you want to give a shout out before you go?
Shout out Product Ashane, best
Oh,
Ash and
yeah.
medium elo. And yeah.
Hey, thanks,
All
man.
right, thanks for
Alright.
having me.
Thank you.
Peace.
Yeah,
Blessing.
have a good
Bye.
one, bro.
Slow.
All right. Perfect. So Tarzan, you want to do the next question?
Your question or mine?
Do one of yours.
All right, so something I was thinking about last night. I thought it was a pretty interesting question to ask you guys. So, in terms of like sports, we have our legends, right? We have Kobe, Michael Jordan for basketball, football, or American football. We have Messi, Ronaldo, etc. Get the point. So, when it comes to streaming, as far as legends go, in my eyes, there's not really any one that stands out. It's more like a timing and like a plateau thing. For example, Phantom Lord, one of the biggest league streamers, nowhere to be found, right? We have Ice Poseidon, the first person to like make IRL streaming a thing. Now he streams on Kick with like 5-10K viewers. I don't know really. And then we have what's the third person? Ninja stream with 400K viewers, had like 250K subs. Played with Drake on stream, and also fallen off. So my question to you guys: is there ever going to be a legend streamer in the community, or is there one right now that you perceive?
I mean, I think
Tyler
there's,
won.
there's two.
Tyler
Yeah,
won all
Tyler
the way.
won's, like, a
Tyler
big
won.
one.
Most
Tyler-
consistent, bro. Biggest fucking nah.
I mean,
Bro.
it depends.
He's
Right?
a
Are we talking about like
XQC.
Shut the fuck up.
Excuse
What defines him being a
No.
legend?
if
Yeah,
if we're
XQC.
talking? I mean, okay, so like in League of Legends, right? It's probably Tyler 1, but like one thing that stands out
Yeah.
immediately is like Reckful wasn't just mentioned, and I think Reckful is kind of iconic because
Yeah.
I think every really big streamer, every OG streamer remembers Reckful.
Yeah.
Reckful was friends with like almost everyone. He was really interconnected across all of the scenes. He was really integral to like a lot of things. I mean, I think Reckful in his own right was a legend. If he didn't, if what happened didn't end up happening, Reckful would probably still be around today. So I think like in that way he is a legend. I think it depends like what are you calling legend? Is it just viewership? Because then other people are legends, right? Bai, even though he doesn't do English speaking streams, he's still a legend. I think
Most
it
of the
depends.
Spanish streamers are huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really
Okay,
depends.
I'll throw a curveball. I'll throw a curveball. I think the one and only Sui, like that guy, bro. I show speed. Everybody knows him. He's all over TikTok. The whole new generation, they legit hail him as
Yeah.
their god. Okay, I'm telling you, 18 million subs. I'm not even dick right now. I'm not even glazing. 18 million subs, and what he's like, what 17, 18? What is it, chat? Like,
So
bro,
for you, it's all about like money and numbers.
impact.
What's the
Like
impact
he's
he
literally
has?
the king of the Zoomer.
What
He's
is
the
his
king of the
impact?
Zoomers.
You're not talking about his impact. What's his impact?
Like if you talk like to anybody that's under 18, they
Why are
like,
you
they
talking
love
to
the-
someone under
That's not an
18?
impact.
Okay, hold on.
How do you know that?
Oh,
How do you
Jesus.
know that?
I don't.
Cookie's actually behind the
My little
curtain right
brother-
now.
My little brother and his friends.
EU, man.
I
Like,
can't.
okay, I'm not talking on no cookie little shit. Like, just
Sus.
being like, I use social media.
Sure,
Like,
like-
I know.
What the
I know-
hell, man?
He did too.
I'm not.
It's alright.
You're
I'm
gone.
not-
If you
no,
were
no,
to
no,
ask me,
He's
if you were to
the
ask
king of the
me in
Zoomers,
that
what I'm
age
saying.
bracket with streamers
Chad
they
knows what I'm saying. He's the king of the Zoomers. I just mean he's gonna grow into a legend. He's like, you know what I'm saying, a young KSI. It's like literally 18. He has 18 million followers on YouTube. That's just crazy. No dick riding. Like, it's
But
just
you need
crazy,
to
honestly.
define impact, like influence impact. What does that mean? What is the impact he has on his viewers?
Like,
You just saying words at this point.
I don't know, Sui. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So that's like good for our future generations. He says Sui.
Wait, was it
Exactly.
question
you
for
can-
league
you
streamers
can-
or in general?
I mean, in
Anyone.
general,
I
right?
think
You
in
can
general,
argue
yeah.
Pokimane, right?
but
She's
on
transcended
Twitch, actually, see. Wait, what, Alice?
She transcended
I don't
Twitch,
think you know what
Pokimane.
impact means.
What did you say, Alice?
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
sorry.
so I
No,
feel like
no,
someone
I
is a
said-
legend if when
Yeah,
they're
like,
gone, there's something that's there that is like more than just, oh, they had a lot of viewers, right? It's like the impact that they left behind, but that will last beyond whenever they were there at the time.
Yeah. I also think another argument for Tyler 1 is because a lot of his viewers, right, when he was like edgy or toxic, right, a bunch of like 16-year-olds, I feel like Tyler 1's audience, or not only what he did as a creator, but when you get an audience to follow you, because I guarantee you his average age of his audience probably went from 16 to like 22. Because I think
Right.
people just grew up with him straight up. And I think that's very hard to do as a creator, is get people come back every stream, every day for weeks, for months, for years. And for him to still deliver, he did his 4th of July streams. He did his OG cooking streams to do variety and shit. And like, he could stream 15 hours a day, and you know what? He'll still stay at the same numbers because everyone just fucking wants to watch him. I think that's a legend.
I'll say this. Of the League community, the GOAT streamer, probably Tyler1, right? We call it
Tyler,
that.
Yeah, definitely.
But who knows? Dante's a young legend. We got a lot of young up and coming rookies out here. Solabaka, everybody. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
but the thing is, Tyler1, League. I say Twitch, XQC, YouTube, probably Speed. But I don't know, Pokemon. You guys give a good argument for Pokemon as well. She's the queen Twitch. You know what I'm saying?
Well, she transcended Twitch, right? She entered into spheres that don't have anything to just do with Twitch, and she also curated a lot of things that were able to help networks that didn't have anything to do with Twitch. I think another argument that you could end up bringing up, if you want to talk about people that transcend just Twitch, I mean, there's other streamers that have done this, right? Destiny. If you want to talk about someone that is kind of a legend in their own right, because Destiny has entered politics, he's entered mainstream news, he's done debates at major campuses, and his viewership is absolutely massive across several platforms, and Destiny's community is extremely connected. So is Destiny a legend? I would say yes, because he's broken free of esports. Even though he was originally an esports streamer, he still streams esports games. He's transcended. So it depends, like, how are we defining legend?
Yeah, and he's had a greater impact on a bigger sphere of people. But
Right.
it's yeah, and you can also be controversial. I think everyone that we consider a legend to some capacity has had a controversial past. But it's more, I guess, seeing the growth in people can be what makes them a legend, right? If you're applying that type of thinking to Tyler1. Or I suppose it's just, have they done anything that's so memorable that you will continue to remember it in like 10, 20, 30 years?
And not just that, but I think your consistency as a person, like, you can grow as a person, right? But a lot of people, when numbers come, you can get a big fucking head. You could get a big ego and shit. People who stay consistent are, in their personality, are like something to admire. They're, even if all the money in the world's thrown at their face, they're fucking consistent. I don't think anyone could say XQC is a different fucking person from like 3 years ago or something.
Right.
He's always just been this disgusting grinder, and I mean that in like the best compliment like possible. Like, you cannot match that. So, like, being able to be consistent as a person despite whatever growth, whatever blow up there is hard to do, because there's a lot of pressure that's always going to be on your shoulders, especially when you're streaming every single day for hours on end. And especially when there's a lot of people who want to be entertained, I think that is like, that's a legend to me.
Consistency is good, but also seeing people change in positive ways as they're growing older is good too. As long as they're not like turning into worse people than they started, because seen plenty of that, like money and fame going to people's head and they just turn into like trash people.
True. Can we theorize about like future legends?
Sure, if you
If
want.
you want to.
All right. So this is gonna sound like crazy, insane glazing, crazy dick riding. But listen, all right. So I thought League in NA was kind of dead. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was a veteran region, but then Dwayne from nowhere. I mean, Dantes, my fault. From like last year or something, popped the fuck off, and I was like, yo, what the fuck? He got like 13K one stream or some shit, right? I was like, yo, someone not named Tyler1 getting over 10K in NA? Like, you literally revived League in NA. I swear to God, I see like on TikTok, it went crazy. I feel like you rescued, like, you saved NA League content-wise. No glazing, no dick riding. So like, future legend could be a candidate.
I think
see, you know what I'm saying? And you can see how he like explores different types of content. You know, it's just not just League bullshit. Like, he does different shit.
Yeah.
No dick riding, no glazing though. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Personally.
I think the league community has been taught, every creator, and I think everyone in this call is a league creator can vouch for this. The league scene has been, you get yourself up, kill the other people below you for a very long time. That's been the majority. A few outliers here and there, but that's how it's been. You do your own thing, you stay in your bubble, and that's all you fucking do. So I would say being able to do that is like insane. Even getting creators in a call, that's something that not many people do, because we're all here fucking grinding solo queue 8 hours a day, you know? So I think that is something extremely admirable.
I think, like, back in the day, there was a quote from a former, like, big league creator that said, you either build mountains or you make skeletons, right? And that's what you're alluding to, right? When you say that in league creators, you get really big and then you try to kill everyone else off. I thought that this was really bad. Now, obviously, I'm not in the same sphere. Like, there's different types of league content creation, right? There's the TikTokers, there's the YouTubers, solo queue grinders, and then there's like the esports sphere, right? I would say I'm in the esports sphere. And one of the main things that I did when I blew up in 2020, and I got really lucky with co-streaming, was I tried to have pro players perma come on my stream to grow their brand. And I'd tell them to tweet, and we used to have Discord servers and be like, tweet this, you know, I'll retweet this, do this, etc. Because brand growth and longevity supersedes League of Legends esports, and people never understood that, and everyone wants to just kill each other. And I don't think that there's any merit in trying to kill another creator unless there's actual toxicity that comes from them. And I don't think that that almost ever happens. And when it does happen, normally the community as a public does it themselves. I think it's disgusting that there's not a lot of collabs that happen. I think it's really bad that League of Legends content creation in general is so parasitic, and that you have to almost second guess everyone's ulterior motives because you can't actually trust them, because people time and time again have been exposed by private chat logs and DMs and all this other stuff for being way more nefarious than you ever could have imagined them, and they just turn on you. And that's a major problem with League content creation right now, and it's another reason why League content creation in general is dying. And Riot didn't do any favors by removing, you know, duo queue and stuff for high MMR creators and stuff like that. But yeah, it's bad.
Are we gonna name any names? Because I have no idea who the fuck you guys are alluding to. I'm gonna be honest. Maybe I'm too much outside of this community. Or is there nobody we can name? Is that how it is?
I mean, I don't think you need to know the names that were like that thought that. I think it's names.
But it would be more fun if we did.
But the names that went against that, right? Like, I'll say, I guess, somewhat anecdotal. There were people who told me when I was starting my YouTube back like 2 years ago or something that said, no, if you want to grow, you need to do something fucking basic every single day. The league scene is dead. Get your money in 2 years. Get the fuck out, right? But there's been people that I saw grew. Like, for example, there was Nail, there's Spearshot. Dantes is one of those people where there's enough room. Like, there's living proof among so many creators. Kesha, bro. Kesha's like Kesha, fucking 5K viewers out here. Yeah. There's so much proof that the league scene is far from fucking dead. Far from dead. It's just that, yeah, that's it. That is just far from dead.
Mostly have EU audiences though. Like Dantes has a good portion of EU as well because he like collabs with them and stuff.
Yeah. That's like what I always kind of talked about though, is that I feel like EU has a lot more room for growth, especially. Whereas NA, it just feels like, because the problem with NA is that with long queue times, with all these kind of things, and the fact that there aren't really any, I guess, like consistent names that you're going to see in high-low, it makes it hard for you to grow, right? But EU offers you a lot more since there's more streamers that you can play against, more pro players, right? Like more reasons to hype up your, I guess, like grind and that kind of stuff.
Agreed.
And that's why, like,
I have a question. What are the like new NA streamers that have like popped off recently? Because I feel like we have a lot of EU ones last year.
There's like none. No,
there's Griffin.
I would say like me and like Hums. Griffin's been doing well.
Hums, yeah.
Hums was already like 2K viewers last year, no?
I mean, Sanchovi's had like a really big spike, and then he went inactive, right, where he wasn't streaming a lot. He was streaming like 60 hours a month, which was way different, I think, than he used to be. Griffin, Griffin's here right now, right? He's asleep on the couch, but like Griffin, he's doing really well. He's trialing for LCK teams right now. He's doing very, very well in one of the trials.
Insane, by the way. That is insane.
Yep.
Every NA streamers you kind of like cut in half though. Like even Tyler has like 10-15K when he does League, and he plays Variety, he has like 25K. Like the 1v1 with E-Rob at like 25K concurrent, I think.
Yeah, the league scene, that's what I'm saying. The league scene is not dead. I think it's just creativity. People are sick of watching solo queue for 8 hours a day. Something needs to change. Collabs, bro. These collabs, duos.
Yeah.
2v2v2.
I mean, it's hard. I mean, also, it's harder to do collabs. I mean, like in solo queue, because there's no duel in Masters Plus. Like I remember back then, like season 6 and 7, there were plenty of NA League streamers. There, I'm a Cutie Pie was like collabing with a whole bunch of people.
Shifter,
yeah, and Shifter, and Voy Boy, like all those names, and it was so fun to watch. It was great. I love watching streamers collab with each other. It's great. It's the best thing.
What Solar Waka mentioned at the very beginning about people used to just try to make it so that other people couldn't survive. Like some of the people from the early days of League were exactly like what he's saying. They tried to make it so that you actually could not grow. They would like limit invites.
Can you give like examples? Well, not of people, but like of stuff they would do.
Oh, they would message Riot to have certain people not get invited to like events, right? LCS
Yo, what the fuck?
events
What
and
the
stuff,
fuck?
right?
Oh damn.
They would be like
I didn't know
favoritism from
I heard
Riot.
there was
Yep.
a group of like Skype people that would spam
yeah.
download threads on Reddit, and they would never get shown.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Was it
Yeah.
YouTube videos? I think back then.
Was it-
Reddit threads, yeah, Reddit threads were pretty big for that.
Yeah, there was
Shout
an
out
NA.
Uber
There was an
Date.
NA Skype group that used to make it so that other creators could not try to post videos. Would just get spam downvoted. That was the thing, and that ended up getting leaked. Some of the people ended up coming out in it. There's some more like fucked up things, but it's like LoL esports specific, not just like streaming. Where people would only offer jobs to a certain person if the other person went on record to like Riot or an org and lied about something that happened with another person. Yeah, stuff like that.
So
like,
it's interesting. Like,
What
Yeah.
did Uber Danger do? I heard someone mention it.
I thought didn't he just get demonetized on YouTube or something?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Well, I mean, there's
no
one
idea, no,
creator
but-
nowadays who uses he purchases targeted ads for other creators that have nothing to do with the age group of the other creators' videos to impact monetization and algorithm. That's a story that I assume is going to come out by one of the Pokemon, even though it doesn't have to do about LoL esports. I mean, that's a really fucked up tactic.
Oh, really?
It's alive and well. It's alive and well. I bet people didn't even know that you could do that.
I wonder though. I have a question. How many league streamers like have actually managed to do variety and been successful at it? I thought it's only like a handful.
Well,
No?
I think with that it's just because a lot of the time when you're doing variety, right? So stuff like this,
Tyler.
it's because it always has to be like you do it with someone, right? Or you do it with like a group of people or stuff like that. And that way you can get like communities engaged, you can have interactions. But if you just try doing like a variety stream on your own, like doing some kind of random thing,
Right.
then I think that's where it gets a little like iffy.
Agreed.
Tyler
Alright.
1 did it really well though.
Yeah,
Yep.
no. But like
But
besides
in general,
Tyler,
though,
besides
so-
Tyler, I mean, Il Santa. I don't know if I
mean-
can name him, but he did E-Date
mean-
shows. A lot of people did E-Date shows.
Yep.
Just that.
I mean, I'm a Cutie Pie has not been playing League lately. He's still getting
Yeah.
like at least 1K, like 2K.
Yeah, but if you join an I'm a Cutie Pie stream, not to put dirt on his name, but if you watch an I'm a Cutie Pie stream doing variety, I'm not trolling. I joined for 10 minutes, like weeks
Boy.
apart. Blank has resubbed for 106 months in a row. Blank has resubbed for 98 months in a row. Bro, those are his kids, man. Respectfully, he has 2,000 children at least every stream that are just growing up with him. Then good, he's his dad. He's the dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is another
Damn,
Cutie Pie variety stream.
90 subs is crazy, bro. I was like,
I've seen
90
98
month,
month, 100 month. Yes.
100 month, bro. I was like fucking 13, man. Like, god damn. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Lovi, I know you didn't talk too much this round, so I was wondering if you had like anything you wanted to like say, any comments you want to like make on anything.
I'm just saying the question was hella boring. I'm not gonna lie, so I ain't have much to say.
Bruh.
Okay, well, how about this then? How about you tell us how you be getting money then?
Nah, because if I tell you the sauce, then how am I gonna get it, bro? It's-
See, this is what
okay.
Ellis talked about.
Understand.
collaboration. Like,
Look, she's killing the people.
Bro, I'm not
yeah, it's just getting the
Mm.
competition.
Bro,
See,
what?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
tough, man. That's
Yeah.
so
How you feel?
That's crazy.
Nah,
Ain't no
that's
way.
crazy. You wanna It's whatever.
Kicking the
bro.
ladder.
That's some.
Mm.
Feds
I
are
have a
watching.
question
I
for
was
Lil
watching,
V.
bro.
What
I
is
can't.
your
I can't
voice
leak
from,
nothing.
by the way? You sound like you talk from the
Bro,
get
can you
but
just
you
shut-
look like you
shut
should
the
be
fuck
from
up. Shut the
Harajuku.
fuck
It's
up.
very
please,
confusing.
Please shut the hell up.
You just
That's
don't
racist
look
as
like
hell.
how it should
Stop talking.
sound.
Stop talking. Swear to God, fucking.
Is it
48
racist
years
to
old.
point out that you have a
48-year-old
million
fucking hairline
bushies around
receding,
me?
broccoli head ass bitch. Shut the fuck up with your fucking legs on your fucking
48.
table like you everything.
Uh,
Shut
I got a
the
question
fuck
for Lil
up,
V that'll
bro.
fix the temperature in the room. What's the name of the Pokemon in the corner on your top left?
Piplup.
Your camera.
Flip up.
Why'd you guys
Yeah.
respond? I want.
That one.
Oh, you wanted to see if she even knew? All
I
right.
be fucking with
Yes,
Pokemon.
that
I do fuck
Really?
with Pokemon.
What?
Oh, you
That's a
fucking
different.
Pokemon.
Yeah, that's
No,
fucking.
Pokemon.
Whoa, that's a little
Pokemon,
weird.
Come on.
Weeaboo under
a really
18.
specific
Oh,
kink
fucking-
there.
Hey, yo, what?
You're fucking weird. I don't have a kink for fucking lying about my fucking abuse, but alright.
Hey,
You
You know,
yo.
I
it's
fucking
how
thought- that's what I
whenever
thought.
anyone
Shut up.
gets
Shout out
triggered,
Duo
that's
King.
the type of thing they have to bring
Hey,
up. because
yo,
they
we
don't
got a
have anything to
motherfucking- we
actually
got-
respond with.
Lulu versus Yumi 1v1. Hold on. Hey, yo. Hey, I'm gonna
All right.
back.
So, anyways, that concludes this round. If you guys want to vote for your favorites, the straw poll is being linked in my chat right now. So you guys need to vote because it's getting a bit close. Only 6 contestants left. So we need to make sure that you guys keep in who you want to see make it to the next round.
Crazy how you
So
call
does,
out
like,
minorities though, because like you called out like how there's
Did I
what,
call them
a
out, or did I
certain-
just say?
yeah
"Damn,
because
there's
you
a lot
said
of
there's a
Muslims
certain
that I was unaware
percentage
of.
of people in
I was
this
just
call
fucking
and then in the
asking a
community and
question, you dumb
about
bitch. Shut up.
me, bro. That's
Holy
crazy.
shit, your
Right?
voice gives me AIDS. in
Yo,
my
nah,
ears.
you guys got a 1v1. That shit would break the internet for real. That'd be beef.
1v1 in what? I'm not good at League.
Whatever you
That would be a
want.
waste
boxing
of
match?
everybody's time. I'll probably have a better chance of that, to be honest.
Nah, she said she could take me. She could probably take you as well then, goddamn.
I mean, she
Boxing ring.
says a lot. That doesn't mean it's true, does it?
All right.
Oh, I can't say what I want to say.
I mean, you
that?
already have. What you mean is you can't continue.
Nah,
to be
because
a
I can't
bitch about
say that
stupid
shit,
things.
bro. Shut the fuck up. I'd fold your bitch ass.
God, no, you wouldn't.
Don't
You
even
look like
speak
you're
to
about
me.
12 and as strong as a 12
You
year
said
old.
that
Like,
to
I
the
am
other
not
man.
scared
You
of.
said that
Yes,
to
he
tenacity
also
too.
looks
That's your same
12.
fucking.
Like,
Shut the
what
hell
is
up,
your
crusty
point?
ass, fucking saggy ass meat flaps, bro. Shut up.
Saggy
I
ass
can't.
meat
Stop
flaps.
talking to me. Stop talking to me. Dead ass.
All right, let's get
Fucking
on to
racism.
voting.
Very specific.
Racism.
All right, so the winner for this round is
Jesus
LS with 715 votes. And for do you want to do bottom 3 this time or
No, we'll do a bottom 2 again.
All right, so the bottom 2 is Project Ash and Solar Baka. I think both were. I think Solar Baka had some decent points. I think Ash was a bit quiet and pretty generic in his responses. So I'm eager to see what LS wants to do here with his 2 options.
Yeah, I mean, Project Ash, you like didn't talk at all, man. I don't know.
All right.
Yeah. All right. See,
All right,
you
well,
left in the
thanks for
middle. You
having me
left in
on.
the middle, like just like your MMR. It's fine. You know, it's fine, man.
I'll take it, man. I'll take it.
All right.
Do you
wanna
have
do
any
shout-outs?
shoutouts? You wanna? Yeah.
Oh yeah, actually, there's a little league Twitter event that's going on, like a little showdown match between me and like someone else, and that's happening on the 22nd at like 11 or 12, like 11 a.m. or 12 p.m. EST. So
You want to stream it?
Yeah, I'm gonna stream it. This
So
also
you
gonna
wanna
be
shout out
casted
your
as
Twitch channel
well.
then?
So yeah. Oh yeah, then you guys can follow me on Twitch at project_ash_na, and then my Twitter is at project-na. And
Alright.
yeah.
Wait, before you
Thank you.
go, you're
Yeah.
very like keen on Ash builds, right? So I want to hear what the best Ash build is.
Well, there's 2 right now. I noticed they were doing that Triforce build. They were doing Kraken, Triforce, Runans. Me
that's
personally,
enough.
I prefer full crit, so I've been going Kraken, Runans, IE pretty much.
So next patch
yeah.
from your peak is Eye's getting buffed, right?
Yeah,
Nice.
those buffs are great.
LS,
But
do you have
thank
any
you, Dantes,
comments
for
on that?
having me, man.
on his build.
Before you go, I'm just curious to know what LS thinks about the IE Ash build.
I think it's really, really heavy gold wise for a champion who's picked primarily to either neutralize or bully lane and then transition into being a utility champion. There's no reason to dedicate as much gold, but also the Runan second is really weird in that build because she doesn't have enough power to really do anything, and Ash's primary focus in the mid game is mostly her utility with her R.
I like to have like wave clear so I can maintain mid prio when I'm just sitting mid after lane phase. So I prio for objectives.
Hey,
That's why I build
Ash.
Runan second.
Hey, Project, shout out to you, man. I'm not gonna lie. Maining Ash is crazy. I could never.
Yeah, bro, I'm playing
shout
this
to you, bro.
freaking the most
Hey, you're doing
balanced
God's
ADC
work,
in
man. You're doing God's
2023, man.
Salute.
Alright.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah,
love this champ though. It's so fun.
yeah. But thanks for coming on.
Thank you,
Appreciate it.
Ash.
Yeah,
And
thanks
good
for
luck
having
in
me,
the
man. It
tournament.
was great. And thank you. All right.
Yeah, of course.
I'll catch you guys later. Bye.
Later.
Bye.
All right. Tarzan, do we do one of your questions or one of mine?
You can do yours.
Okay. All right. So this is going to be an interesting one. So curious to see what you guys think. One of the reasons why Twitch refuses to give a higher sub split to creators is because they say that Twitch doesn't actually make money. Should Twitch implement a system that makes it so that they lower the quality options of the, let's say enter from like 30 viewers or below streamers, VODs, or live streams to make it so that they have more money that they can give for better sub splits. So, for example, something like limiting VODs to, let's say, 40p, making it so that they can't be streamed above there. And that way they can actually give every creator like a 70-30 split, since the majority of the money isn't being spent on like other things. What do you guys think?
Can I go first?
Nah.
Can I go first?
Go ahead.
Yeah, go
ahead.
All right. First of all, they're lying out their fucking asses. They shouldn't have to lower the quality of anything. They should be able to give us a 70-30 split as is. Those lying, stealing motherfuckers. That's all.
Nah. Honestly,
yeah, I mean,
like
YouTube manages it, don't they?
Yeah.
YouTube does. Like, why does Twitch need to be like?
730.
So the
YouTube's YouTube though.
Yeah, so the main argument I think from Amazon, right, which is the owner of Twitch, is that Twitch actually loses them money, especially with like Twitch Prime. Twitch Prime is also a really big saving grace for a lot of creators, and Twitch Prime allowed a lot of creators to actually start getting by once upon a time. 70-30 used to be really difficult to get. I think it phased out in 2021. I do also believe that it is bullshit about not being able to give the 70-30 split. And I'll say this because, to my knowledge, me and Tyler were like the last two exclusivity contracts through League of Legends. And then before that, it was Yasuo. And I remember in one of the conversations that I had in 2020, which was not the year that I signed the exclusivity contract, I brought up like really high sub count, and verbatim, the person who I talked to said, we don't care about subs because it's not how they make money. They mostly just care about ads, how many ads you run, ad density per hour streamed, etc. But they literally just told me that my sub count didn't matter, that there's no special thresholds for subs beyond getting premium partner, which was 500 paying CCVs. Or like 500 paying credit card. Yeah.
I don't know, LS, that sounds like you know what iSpy said? Hey, that boy's a liar. Whoever told you that subs don't matter, that's crazy.
No, I know.
Like, I
to them, it doesn't matter, is what I'm saying, which is why I think the 70-30 thing
don't
is...
ever say that shit again. That was so cringe.
Yeah,
that's
Bro, I
fucked
winced
up.
a little bit.
I feel like, you know what Dantes said about like motherfucking ruining or like lowering the quality of 30 minus like sub 30 viewers streamers. Like that's crazy to me, because that's literally that's like the rookies, right? So if you basically limit the new up and coming rookies from like streaming, then like I feel like that would just be fucked up for the future.
But
Bro,
lower view count streamers have more gifted subs, you know? So like it in a way it also like balances out how much they're making, no? With his proposition.
There's no reason why Twitch should be making a loss if they actually improve the way that they were running things. Like, I don't think that they care, and I don't think that they cared for a while, and they wouldn't keep doing things the way that they were. They would actually try and do something about it, but they haven't, have they?
Yeah, I mean, the only, like, can you imagine how much Twitch would never do that? They would never do 70-30 but lower the VOD quality, because that would be essentially coming out and saying, hey guys, I'm a little bitch, everyone come bully me. You know what I mean? When Kick is giving 95 or 90 split for subs, and you're saying, right, oh guys, sorry, Amazon, we can't do it. We have to lower the quality of the VODs. Bro, you are just a little bitch, man. You're just a lying little bitch. That's the only thing that you portray to everyone outside.
Loki, you know what Twitch should have? They should incorporate like a short system. I feel like chat's gonna say, I don't know about this, but like, bro, Instagram, buy the TikTok, right? Reels. YouTube, buy the TikTok, shorts. I swear to God, if Twitch had Twitch clip, bro, some Twitch clips are fire. I'm telling you, they're crazy.
Yeah,
they had a short system together with stream, it would go crazy. But Twitch, they're dumb as fuck, so obviously they won't do it. They would rather just reduce the money, amount of money we make.
They're doing
crazy,
that.
Bro.
What you're saying?
Oh, are they?
Yeah, I believe it. I believe it's like in the process of being made. Yeah.
W Twitch, finally, one W Twitch. God damn, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Shout out.
Because clips were being posted on like LSF for years, right? And they were getting like 500,000, 100,000 views, 50,000 views. That's insane as it is. If they had their own little TikTok system, their clip system, yeah, it's insane.
Yeah, so
I don't know. Twitch not making a profit just feels like being gaslit by a bunch of billionaires. It's like, but why are you not making a profit then? You're obviously doing shit wrong. It's not on the people that are using Twitch, right? It's up to them to fucking fix
Well, no,
it.
I think it makes sense, right? If Dantes does a 10-hour stream and a random guy named Billy does a 10-hour stream, depending on the contents of what's being uploaded, it contains the same amount of data, right? Gigabytes. So if you have only like 2,000 or 3,000 streamers that are actually generating ad revenue for the website, and then you have, 100, 200,000 streamers that are live that aren't doing that, and they're just sending gigabytes and gigabytes and gigabytes. Now we're talking about terabytes. What is it? Petabytes? Perabyte? I don't know what the next one is.
Hey, yo.
Cookie bites.
No, so basically what happens is you have a very small size of streamers that are generating ad revenue, and all these other small streamers are actually just hosing you with such large files, and Twitch has to pay for that. They have to pay for the storage. That's where Twitch loses money. But then the argument comes from
always
you
making
can't
a profit anyways, bro.
What?
So is this
Like,
to do
they're
with the
capped.
VODs? It's to do with the live streaming, right? So it's the cap of the quality of the stream we're talking about.
Right. Now
Yep.
YouTube's come up with ways to like circumvent this, I believe. If you try to load a really old YouTube video that's very, very old, you'll notice that it buffers at the very beginning, even if your internet's really strong. The reason is because YouTube stores that video in a different file location that isn't their main storage location. And that's one of the ways that YouTube tries to circumvent it. But then YouTube also has algorithm and features to make it so those videos just don't get found.
Yeah, so I actually have an interesting follow-up question for you guys, which would be, let's say you were to start streaming nowadays. You have no followers, you have no viewers, you have absolutely nothing. You were to start fresh. Which website would you guys start streaming on between Twitch, Kick, or YouTube, and why?
Kick.
Kick,
I
bro.
would
100%.
100% go Kick, because Kick is a smaller. The way I see it, you got a win-win scenario, right? Kick is a very small platform, so you're bound to be seen more. You're more likely to be seen on Kick than you are on Twitch or YouTube. If you go on Twitch and you go to the league section, you could scroll for days and you'll still not end up at the 1 viewer section. You'll end up at the 5 viewer section. They're so congested. I would rather stream on Kick, try to get some notoriety there, and one of two things happens. Either Kick dies and it was gonna fail anyways, because Twitch and YouTube, let's be real, it's dead out there for streamers. Or Kick launches, right? And because I was one of the first streamers on Kick on League, and let's say Twitch, they say, hey, instead of the 50-50, we lied. We're greedy bastards. We're gonna take 80% of your subs, right? Not many people are gonna like that. They go to Kick, I'm already there, I'm near the top now. I can pull a ninja. Like when Fortnite got a bunch of Crage.
Isn't the answer then to just dual stream until
Yeah.
it matters? Because like no one's going to notice you when you're small, so you might as well just stream on both.
If I had to choose one, then yeah.
I mean, the other thing, I mean, I would choose Twitch, and the reason that I would choose Twitch, well, it's going to depend, right? If you're a high MMR player, I think that you always choose Twitch. Reason being is because of this new 2v2 mode. If you're high MMR in League or something, you can run into other people who already stream on Twitch. If you can befriend them, make friends with them, etc., when they go to end their stream, they might host you. And then you can organically grow because people already have Twitch accounts, but people don't already have Kick League of Legends accounts to follow people on Kick. So while, yes, you might be able to get people to go over to Kick, you can get hosts and raids on Twitch.
Damn.
And you can
Look.
explode that way.
Yeah, but
Nah.
that's only like with League. Like you're not thinking about like the variety of other people that are
Right, but Dante's
like,
asked
if you're
us,
gonna
right?
start.
Or I'm not familiar with
is it-
everyone in this call.
No,
So,
yeah,
Lovi,
yeah.
what would your answer be then?
It would be Kick too. Same reason as like Solar Baka said, and then they got less regulations there too.
I
so-
feel like, alright, listen, I think the play would honestly be, if you're a small streamer pulling up, it depends on the content you create. Listen, I don't think Kick has a big League audience. If let's say you stream League,
Yep.
then you should honestly go to Twitch. And the thing is with Twitch, because this small pond, big fish and small pond thing is like the argument you guys pulling is like the same as me streaming in Swedish. I live in Sweden, right? And I feel like it's easier for me to stream in Swedish and gain like a smaller audience if I just started. But the thing is, there's a cap to that. The Swedish League audience isn't that big, so to get bigger, you also have to stream in English. Same in like
Right.
if you were to be a League Kick streamer, you would be at the top League Kick streamer, but you would have like what 100 viewers, 200. You pull up Twitch, would probably get even more. Depends, but
I
I say
mean,
for a League content creator, Twitch. Depend if you do casino, stake, all that haram bullshit. Kick.
I agree
Yeah.
with that for the most part. I don't think there is as much discoverability on Twitch anymore, but I think that there's still significant benefits to being on Twitch over Kick for the current. Like, I don't know where Kick is going to go in the future. And Twitch just has a better reputation, and you're more likely to like foster a community and make contacts with other people more like you.
Yeah.
Point, but it's like there's nothing to. If you're a small streamer, you might as dual stream, like do both. Who knows? Because you might take off on one and not the other as much. As like it depends, yeah, on your content really.
Bro, if Kick doesn't do well in the future, then all your viewers will follow you to Twitch anyways. Because like if it's dying, then they're just gonna move somewhere else. like facts or not.
Sometimes, but like
feel
not all of them always follow. Not all of them like each platform. Like I don't
Right.
like talking in Kick chats, for example, but I'll like put on people's that stream on Kick. Like I'll watch Destiny on Kick, but I don't want to talk in his fucking brain dead chat. It's just AIDS.
All right,
So
let's
I don't know, but things might improve in the future. It's like
That's true.
let's
if-
deviate from the. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, I feel like a lot of the arguments that you guys are bringing is like, I mean, I guess if you're a streamer, you have to have a lot of faith and a lot of hope that you can like get there. But I think if I'm starting off from zero, if I'm starting off from nothing, I know I can get my something from Kick and then
Wait.
like assess what I do from there.
Wait.
If I'm in the scenario where I'm one of the bigger Kick streamers in the league category and I run into streamers like as a high-low player on Twitch, then I might consider slowly going over to Twitch because now I become more discoverable as well. And you know, if I'm able to get a rate from there, then I can grow from there. But I think it's one step at a time type of thing. So that's why it's starting Kick.
All right, last thing for me is like Dante's asked us the question, right? So it should be like what our own categories are. And if Solar Baka, I feel like it's kind of weird because you're an example of what I just said, right? A couple of years ago, you're streaming, you're a high-rated Gangplank player. I don't know who you are, etc. Sanchovies introduces me to you, and then by proxy, I talk about you to other people. And then there's like hosts and raids from various other creators. So if you had to, in Dante's question, he asks if you have to start over, you know you're a high MMR Gangplank player. So
Correct.
you can then know that you're just going to get high on the ladder, maybe do 2v2s, and you're like the one Gangplank guy, right? All of a sudden, people are curious who the Gangplank guy is. You get into lobbies with Sanchovies again, or me, or Nemesis, Griffin, like Dante's, right? Tarzaned, etc. All of a sudden, chat is curious, who's the Gangplank guy? And then because you're on Twitch, you can get hosts and raids the same way that you organically grew over these last 4 years. It's the same exact situation. But you have to be on Twitch for that to take place.
I think that's fair. I actually think that's a fair assessment. The way that I viewed it is, for example, when I first started streaming as well, I guess this is also subjective, but when I first started streaming, I was gaming like a degen, like 16 hours. So I guess you're right when it comes to other streamers. But for example, I don't think I would have that same amount of drive, if that makes sense, to start from zero by doing it on Twitch. So I think that's why my initial thinking would be to go on Kick. But I think what you are saying is logically sound. I think that's also very realistic, actually. But it is
rather than focusing on the platform, it should be like what you're doing off those streaming platforms, right? To actually build up having some kind of a viewership. Because like streaming to 0 people all the time, it's not just going to magically improve, right?
Crazy how nobody said YouTube.
All right, so let's deviate away from the question.
Yeah.
So Kick is known as like the gambling platform, right? And that brings up the question of, do you guys consider gambling and wagering like morally bad? So example, last year or like in the past, we've seen people like Yasu and Tyler One like do $10,000 bets on stream. That's where like skill comes into play, right? Do you guys feel like luck generated situations are a lot less morally acceptable to your audiences compared to if it's based on skill, like wagering?
You mean like slots versus poker?
Yes, basically.
Alright.
Or like more skill involved. I know poker has some RNG involved, but let's say like a League 1v1 or 2v2, etc.
I think it does depend on the accessibility of this gambling, right? Because I know that everyone loses their minds and they're like, oh, your audience is suddenly going to become degenerate gamblers because of X, Y, and Z. But it's not like kids have easy access to this. And at what point are you responsible for the behavior of adults, right? So on a personal level, I wouldn't want to do it because if I knew someone from my community that suddenly became an addict because of what I did, it would feel shit. But from a disconnected point of view where I'm looking at other people, I'm like, how much responsibility do they really have? And when they've just got addicted to something anyway?
Do you agree with that take, Base Sylvie?
She's muted.
Your
I
mic's
don't
muted.
think anyone's
She's
paying
muted.
attention.
Oh, my fault. I was saying, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't paying attention. Can you give me a TLDR?
Wait, why weren't you paying attention?
That's a good question.
Oh my god.
Brain lag.
Trying to get
That's
with
crazy.
fucking playing Yumi on the talk show. Like, what's going on here?
Started opening my mouth, so I just started like not listening. I started tuning out type shit. So my fault. hold on that. But if you were asking if gambling is like morally okay or something,
That's not the question, no.
oh.
All right, here, this I'll do. Kelly, if you're
Jesus
nice enough,
fucking Christ.
Kelly, if you're nice enough, you can actually tell her what the question was. If you
Oh my
want.
God.
Right. So this is slots versus poker. And my opinion was, from a personal standpoint, I wouldn't like to do it because if I knew my community member, I would feel pretty shit if they got addicted to something. But from a disconnected point of view, if I watch other streamers, I don't know how much responsibility they have for another adult getting addicted to something. That's exactly what I said.
Okay, thank you so much, actually, even though I was, you know what I'm saying? But
Yes,
yeah, I was
blaming
saying
me for your
the
early
same
onset
thing.
Alzheimer's,
Alright,
not
shut
paying
the fuck up. I
attention.
just wasn't paying attention to your bitch ass when you
Damn,
were talking.
Alzheimer's
The
is
one moment I
Yes,
was nice,
put
you
your
started throwing
memory
shit back.
issues
So like
onto
you in a
me.
fucking squab or what?
Was
Jesus
I?
Christ.
Were you
apple
being
Shut
nice?
up. You know
You
what?
were
He
being
asked
a
me
cunt
to
to
answer
me
the
before.
question. So can you just drink your fucking damn whatever juice?
It's
Boxing ring.
apple
I will
juice.
do what I
What?
fucking like, and it is apple
Bro,
juice.
get... Anyways, as I was saying, I feel like not everyone is responsible for like their viewers, but at some point you just like bear responsibility because your viewers can be easily influenced by that.
Very generic answer. Anything else you can go in more depth?
Was that
Why are
really a
you being
surprise?
to me, bro?
Because I mean, we're at the top 5. It's like you're on your final lifeline here. Show us
Bro.
more personality besides like fighting between you and Kelly.
Oh my god.
Okay, what are you really good at in your life? Tell me.
Me?
Damn.
Yes.
I
No,
don't
not
want to
as
say
like
that.
flame. I'm trying to like give you a better like perspective. What are you very good at? Singing, dancing. What are you good at?
What the hell? What does this got to do with the question?
I'm trying to give you an better example where skill is involved versus luck.
Like, what would you say your talent is?
Bruh.
What?
I think they're genuinely asking. They're not trying
I'm
to be
not flaming you.
Yeah,
Yes,
this isn't
I'm
a
trying. I'm a
gotcha,
doctor.
yeah.
I'm not here to bring you down. I'm here to bring you up.
Bro, shut up.
Yo, guys, she's the Syndra goat.
Okay, let's say you're like rank 1 Syndra NA, right? And this guy in your chat's like, you're dog shit Syndra, I take you on a 1v1, and you're like, put your money where your mouth is, and let's 1v1. Is that morally wrong where wagering is being taken on place on your stream versus like gambling? Because gambling is more RNG related, right? It's luck based.
Bro, hold on. I'm having trouble processing this.
Right. I was the one worried about having a stroke earlier, but I think it might have deferred to her.
Is
Jesus.
it really that hard of a question?
Holy shit.
It's not morally wrong. It's not morally wrong.
Why?
Can you catch a stroke?
Bitch.
Wait, what were you gonna say, Lovi?
Alright, my fault. Because it's skill based. It's like 1v1 versus gambling is RNG. It's pure luck. Bro.
What?
Can you go more in depth at all? Like,
No, I'm good.
all right, Dantes, you
Can
go
I-
next question then. Or
Wait,
you can go.
are anyone else allowed? Is anyone else allowed to respond?
Yeah,
Can I
go
respond?
for it, Tyler.
All right. So, I mean, I think there's two different intentions, right? Like, for example, if you take a gambling sponsor versus a wager 1v1, like, if we're being real here, if I think about any 1v1, including, like, let's say Mo and Tyler, right? That 1v1, it wasn't actually about money at the end of the day. It's about who can say at the end of the day, you're dog shit. Who lost their money to me? You know what I'm saying? Like, I won, you are shit. That's what it was about at the end of the day. I feel like most of those, like, wagers or something are going to be about that. I think gambling's a whole other beast, but I don't have a problem at all with that because money is just something to get hype, whereas the real meaning behind it is whether it's like who gets the bragging rights at the end of the day.
All right. And LS, would you have any like things to add on to that before we
mean-
get to the voting?
So obviously this was a controversial issue surrounding me right last year because of the gambling sponsor. But my history is that I played poker, and I've talked about skill-based or edge-based gambling being something that I think is like fine. Even though there's an acknowledgement that the mass majority of people will lose, right? Just like in poker. But I don't think that that stops people from doing it recreationally for fun. Because when you start talking about addiction and life-wrecking behavior, now you're talking about other things. And you can talk about a lot of other things that are, really similar. Drinking, right? Alcohol would be another one. Drugs would be potentially like another one, depending on like where you're at. So it's like weird. I don't have any positive thoughts of like slots or like roulette if you're not using like a machine, like the MIT kids did, that can just let you beat roulette completely. I think if you're playing blackjack and you don't count cards, I think that's the same exact thing. I don't like that. But I think if you're doing it recreationally for fun, it's fine. But yeah, I'm only like a supporter of like edge-based gambling type things. And I think that streamers do this. Huh?
Yeah, nah, I'm not gonna lie, hey, shit, I feel like I love gambling. I don't even gamble, but like, shit, League is legit just like a gambling site. Like, goddamn, this method is just straight ass. I'm not gonna lie, goddamn. I swear to God, League is just like gambling. I swear to God.
How?
Because if you coin
I mean,
flip
no. I
having
mean,
the tank man
to
on
end
your
my
team, you
thing,
lose.
other people do bets all the time, right, for subs, which is a form of gambling, right? I think everyone in this call, as a League streamer, someone can correct me if I'm wrong, has done sub bets with other people, right? Dantes has done it with various streamers. He did it with Drutut. I think Tarzan's done it.
Streamers did a lot more, yeah.
Right. So streamers do edge-based gambling, skill-based, right, where they feel like they are in control of the outcome to a certain extent. I think all of us have partook in things like that. Maybe some of us have played poker and stuff like that. I think it also can come down to, do you believe in free will? Which, do you believe that people are in control of their own actions? And even if you make the argument about temptation, like you're tempting someone and thus they're more likely to do something than they otherwise would have been, now you enter into a different realm of the conversation when you're talking about promoting those types of activities.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Alright.
I mean, so like we could take it back to like how much responsibility does a streamer have in general, right? So someone donos to you and then they write you a message, are you going to refund them? Because they say, oh, I'm broke and things like this. I've done that for people in the past, right? But there gets to a certain point where you get so big that you can't be monitoring every time everyone donos to you or subs a bunch to you. And like, but you're not really responsible for that. It makes you a decent person if you respond to it, but you can't help that other people make shit decisions sometimes, right?
Yeah. I think that's what can be stress inducing too, right? Because if you're someone who's from the background of, oh, I don't want to do gambling because I'm afraid of the impact it has on other people's lives, and that's your core argument, then somebody who's just a random background person can say, oh, what about this that you do? What about people who either smoke on stream, right? They're smacked on stream, they're drinking on stream. Oh, that could impact someone's life as well. I feel like there's already so much shit that's difficult. I feel like there's already so much shit that's extremely difficult to monitor. I'm not trying to say you shouldn't do nothing, but I feel like it's a stressful way to live to say that I have to watch every single thing I do because this person, I could affect them in this way when it's their choice. At the end of the day, it is their choice. And I feel like you just have to make your peace with yourself, whether you're going to be where your stance is. And my stance, I'm not going to lie. If I got life-changing money so that like my parents could retire early, right? Because of a gambling sponsor or something, I'll be honest, I think I'd take it. I want to see my dad retire. I want to see him kick up his feet after working for like over 20 years. You know what I'm saying? Like it wouldn't like. I feel like it's hard. It's just so hard that at the end of the day, you got to think about yourself. Yeah.
I wonder who here would take. I wonder who here would take a steak deal. You know what steak
We'll
was
get to that in a second.
crazy?
We'll get to that in a second. So first, we're gonna just link the poll so that everyone can vote for their favorite person. And yeah, so we're gonna say Weibo.
Nah, who here would take a steak deal? You can answer as well on this.
If I had to gamble, no.
I think it's easy to come from the position where you're comfortable and you don't need to take those deals, right? Which is why you see a lot of the really big streamers grandstanding on this. But it's like they're already in a position where they don't need to take these things. And when you get the mid-sized streamers that get offered these like crazy ass deals, it feels difficult for me to really judge them, right? Because like I think most people have their price and a lot of people prioritize, like their family and shit and taking care of them. It just feels kind of like weird. But it depends how they put out that content, right? Like with the gambling and shit and how they do it and how transparent they are about it. Like if they put some kind of a disclaimer on the screen saying like, you will lose all your money if you do this, or don't copy me or some shit, it's different, right?
Do these disclaimers actually work, you think? Like,
I think it helps. I think it shows that you're like acknowledging what the fuck is going on, and instead of just being like, you should do as I do and make lots of money, and then they lose all of their life savings, right?
I
At
feel like
least you're being
it's like redirecting the
transparent.
blame, no? You're just redirecting the blame.
No, I think it's transparency. Like that doesn't mean that there's a blame, right? If someone is addicted to something, they're not at fault, but neither are you, right? You can't make someone be addicted to something.
Yeah. I think the way I see it is more simple. I already said it before. I feel like Twitch chat is can be like a third family to me. I feel like my friends, close friends, are my second family, and then there's my first family. And if I have the opportunity to take care of my first family, I'm gonna do it. And I think everyone who says, "Hey, this guy's a fraud for taking that gambling sponsor," is entitled to their opinion. I think you are just as right, and you are entitled to say that I'm a fraud. And I think that the people who would sympathize with me and say, you know what, he's taking care of himself and his family are just as right as well. So I think again, it's all going to come down to perspective and your beliefs and other people's beliefs.
All right, Tarzan, ready to read the results?
All right, so out of the 5, our winner is LS with 32% of the votes, and our bottom 2 is bottom 2, bottom 3. It's like pretty close. And bottom 4 is very close, to be honest.
Well, the
It's
bottom
just
two, so
LS. Everyone else is very similar. Bottom 3, 2.
bottom two.
All right. Weibu and Base Little V by like 5 votes. So it's up to LS. Did LS do the last one, or I'm pretty sure it was LS, no?
Yeah, I did the last one. Yeah.
All right, so Solar Bach is second.
Yeah, Solar Bach
Kelly's
is
in the
going to do this
middle.
one.
So Baka gets to pick how he wants to do it.
Between Basil V and
Yeah.
you said Weeaboo?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna ask this because I think someone volunteered earlier. Do either of you want to volunteer to leave to clear my conscience? All right, I'll give you-
I'm not gonna lie. I
I'll
got work
volunteer.
I got work tomorrow, so I gotta wake up really early. But
I got somewhere to be.
I'm here for the vibes though. You know what I'm saying? So I'm chilling.
So neither are
Like,
interested in
it's on you,
staying.
it's on you.
All right. I'm
Terminal.
gonna go. All right.
Oh,
Thank you
shit,
guys
wait.
so much for having me. I appreciate what.
Fuck. All right. No. Continue cooking. Continue cooking. You're
Yeah.
good.
All right. I was gonna say thanks so much for having me. My fucking socials and shit. I'm gonna plug that shit real quick. I stream sometimes on Twitch, handle of Basil V everywhere. Twitter, Instagram. Ciao, Dual King again. All right. Thanks, guys. Bye.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Alrighty, so now we're down to the final 4. So this is going to be a little bit of a crazy round because we're actually going to be doing a double elimination. So the 2 winners of this round will be the 2 ones who move on to the final round. So I'll let Tarzan kick off with a question.
1 sec, I'm reading my phone to remember the question.
I got you.
All right, this question is, some of you may have like never experienced this, but as far as streamers go, like there are streamers who start from 0 and eventually, like LS says, they collaborate and they branch out and then they get hosted, they become bigger, whatever. So I'm wondering, have you guys ever experienced a situation in which like a streamer went from 0 to very popular and then they like either cut ties with you or you feel like they had behavioral changes and they treated you differently? Do you think like when people get very famous, not just in real life, on a streaming platform, they become like very different people and show their true colors once they get what they want?
Shit, I want to say one guy, but I feel like he's gonna hate me if I say this. Shit, should I say it? Ah, fuck it, he's already canceled. So back then, like 2 years ago, when I just started streaming, and I basically started popping kinda ish. I was doing really good then, ish. I got like 300-400, and this guy Cookie Lol, he said, "Yo, you're gonna go crazy or whatever." And then he scammed me of actually $300 because he made me do like a Z Challenger coaching guide, whatever. But then he never paid it. He said he would pay it, and then he got canceled after, and I never got my $300. So I feel like, you know what I'm saying, we cut ties fully. And he wanted to link up. He said, "Yo, bro, I'm pulling up to Sweden, Stockholm. We should link up sometime." I said, "Hey, sure, say less." And then, you know what I'm saying? Didn't say we haven't talked since, and I don't think I want to talk to him. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I got your question was people who are fake to you when you get big, or people who are just
No, when they get like when they go from 0 to popular, do you feel like they change and show their true colors once they get what they want, or is it like, are they entitled? I mean, they're not entitled, but you get the point, right?
For as long as I've been a creator, I don't think I've ever seen someone who went from 0 to popular and they were fake. It's always been the other way around. There were like, there were people who actually took advantage of me and tried to get me into a predatory contract that I only recently got out of. And they were essentially like...
Can you get more details on that before you keep going?
Do I want to give details on that?
Yeah. Like a YouTube contract, a manager contract?
Yeah,
Okay,
some kind of a company. Or
I'm actually horrified of getting sued. So I won't say from where it is, but no, it's not even an NDA, but these people had me like fucking this since I was like 17. And when I was growing as a creator, man, you know, when you get big initially as a creator, they give you like this dream. You get a dream from like people who try to, let's just say they contact you and they say, we can do this together, we can do that. And you like buy that shit.
Machinima?
Wait.
No. But TLDR, those people just continue to take advantage of me. And as I got bigger, they continue to try to take a hold of me. They try to take illegal action. It was just all sorts of fucked up shit that ended up happening. So I would say it was the reverse. It was people who kind of just preyed on me and held me for a very long time, rather than me seeing people who were small and went to nothing. It was just, it happened 3 times. Three people. Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything. Yeah, that's it. Just fucked up. People at the top, they are always gonna be predatory. Even if it's just like sponsors, there's sponsors who do the same thing as well. They just kind of prey on you, and they, yeah.
So wait, were those 3 people related in any way? Were they related? Situations related or anything? They're just separate?
Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Get in trouble?
Were they related? They were related, I guess you could say, in what they do. But that, I think that's as far as I should go about it. They're related in what they do for other people. But
if you had 3 identical things happen to you, isn't that like a bit of a...
No, sorry, I misspoke there. It wasn't 3 different people. It was, I would say, groups. It's hard to describe what to call them.
Well, they're all so. I mean, look, I can be more ambiguous about it. They're all tied to similar LLCs that all lead back to the same parent company. I think that's what you're trying to say.
I see.
Yes.
So
exactly
okay, so basically there are groups of these people that exist in the League of Legends sphere, not even just League of Legends, also TFT, and basically they have LLCs. But if you actually dig and you go through the research of these companies that are public, you can actually find that the parent company is all shared, and you can realize that they're all interconnected. And I think that's what Solarbach is trying to get at. Yeah, this is a known thing in the scene that I don't think that has ever really been covered or like talked about.
No one talks about this.
Right. But obviously, like what you're saying is not the first time where drama like that has come up with like other people. People know and acknowledge the existence of what you're describing does exist in the scene. So it's not that surprising. And then sometimes there's other like nefarious things that these people do, because if you look at who the parent company is, you then realize that there is an attempt to manipulate public perception surrounding certain creators, right? And this goes back to an earlier question that we had, which is people try to kill each other. Well, this is a whole network of people that are designed with their other people to also try to career killer, look for ways
Parasitic. Parasitic is the best way to describe it.
Correct.
Some snakish shit.
Yes.
Snakish shit.
They actively seek out and contact people in efforts to find things that would allow them to cancel someone. It is like, I don't know the best way to describe it. But anyways, in my example, I think chaining off of what Solarbach is describing, where people start out fake, where they're fake to you, and then once they get big enough, they reveal who they really are, right? Because they're fake in an effort to befriend you, and then, you know, they're buddy-buddy with you, they're willing to do anything, and then they get big, and then they show that actually they never were buddy-buddy with you, they're never friends with you. I think that's what Solarbach is saying, where they start out fake, and then they reveal who they really are. later down the line. In my instance, I don't know. I mean, I could talk about like a lot of different things, right? Because I've had dozens of boot campers come through my apartments in Korea. Tenacity's here right now. Griffin's here right now. You know, I got Griffin test with LCK teams and stuff. He's doing the test right now. He's actually doing really, really well in one of the tests and stuff. If they just suddenly stop talking to me, I don't know how to necessarily interpret that. I mean, there's a lot of people that I don't talk to anymore that I used to be really close with, and then we had really bad falling outs. I think like me and Malice's drama is like public, right? I lost my T1. Well, I didn't lose my T1 coaching job because I still could have done it, but definitely the Malice defense almost cost me it, right? Yeah, I would say like the only thing that immediately comes to mind was maybe my relationship with Malice, but even that has been, I think, sort of reconciled because I don't really believe in like super hard on grudges unless I think the other person is like evil almost in a way.
Kelly?
Yeah.
So this is more. Are we talking more about friendships or like business relationships here? So we're talking more friendships, right?
Mixture of
I
both.
think, right? So I've never really had any issue with either. I've witnessed some things, but I've always made friends because I genuinely like the people in the first place, and I'm already quite obviously a cunt on the outside, so they already know what they're getting when they're being friends with me. So I've never had this issue of like someone suddenly becoming huge and then ignoring me, because the majority of people that I know are already bigger creators than me in the first place. And they're always been pretty kind and inclusive in general. It's like Destiny always lets everyone on. Rekful was just opening like play League with him. I don't know, like I can't really think of anyone that's like this type of a ego switch where they just become like, oh, I don't want to know who you are. It's like even when I'm at TwitchCon, like the massive creators still remember me from years back, right? From when I used to do stuff and just don't do shit anymore. So like then they've always got time and they've always been kind to me. So I don't know. I think maybe people in the community get more of a shit stick for it, but I don't know. Unless
I
we're
mean,
gonna
Kelly,
go into, like,
Kelly, you're not in the League community though, right?
well, no, still peripherally. I still know
Okay,
League
because
people.
hey, the League community, is the wild, wild west out here. It's snaky. We got all kinds of motherfuckers. We got edgy motherfuckers. We got
Yeah, but like
Ray.
Dantes invited
We
me
got.
onto this show, right? And all I
I'm
did was
saying.
he called me an insufferable cunt, and I thought it was funny, and so I came
Nah,
back.
it's hey, I'm just telling you, it's different out here. We got edgy motherfuckers, we got PDF files, we got racists, we got racers, like we got everything. We got all kinds of motherfuckers. So it's
Did
mental
you say
asylum.
racers?
I mean, they've had
Yeah.
pedos and weird guys in League for a while.
Gee.
Crepos.
If you've been to Twitch, if you've been to League Twitter, it's mental illness. I swear to God, God
It's
damn.
it's not a
Yeah.
new thing.
It's
No,
it's,
all this
it's, it's
shit's
different
been
out here. It's
existing for
different.
years.
Well, there's different
Yeah,
sects, right, to League. Like there's the YouTube, right? There's like YouTube clickbait League, right? The people that do like the fucking 9,000 damage or 9,000 AP champion, right? They do all that. Then you have like the esports scene of League. Then you have League Twitter, which I think there's two versions of League Twitter. There's like the cesspool, and then there's like League Twitter that are sort of like high MMR people that interact with each other. Yeah, so I mean, it's pretty diversified.
Yeah, so I guess my question would be for you guys: do you think that you have changed in any way since, I guess, growing your platform, growing it at all? And what would you say the changes, if there were any, that occurred were?
For the better, for sure. Before, I actually used to be like a very toxic piece of shit. I can't even lie. I used to, in fact, Dantes, you were one of the people. I don't think you remember this, but I remember this because you used to play Hecarim top with Ignite and Ghost, and I don't want to shed too much, but this is when during the all chatting against you and you all chatting back. I hated you, bro. I hated you so much. And there were other people who I fucking despised, and I would be extremely toxic. But eventually, when I got bigger as a streamer, I realized that let me be better, not just for stream, but actually for myself. Let me actually try to be a decent human being. So I would filter I would express how I felt through stream, like, oh my god. And like at first it was like, shit, this guy's inting me. What a pig, you know what I mean? And eventually it was just like, you know what? It is what it is. And people nowadays ask me How are you actually so calm? You just lost a 40-minute game as Gangplank. You had 20 out of the 22 kills. This guy called you a pig in an intro as you're carrying his ass. This guy's a pro player inting you. How are you calm? I'm just like, listen, I just threw me straight up. I play better. And next game, we try and win that. And if we lose that, we keep queuing up until we win because there's going to be a point where I'm just going to keep winning. And I think that type of attitude is disgustingly contagious. And I think that's awesome for other people to see. So that's the way they change for the better.
So back, you basically went from a squeaker to a fucking monk. Respect, man. Shout out.
Hey, not all the time. I'll be honest with you. I'm not like a fucking monk all the time. But I'm better now than I was then. That's it.
All right. Weeaboo?
Yeah, nah, for me, I'm not gonna lie, I'm still, underground, only 30k on Twitch, 10k YouTube, we're still trying to make it. But what's changed for me, I'm not gonna lie, is kind of the opposite. Like, not in terms of toxicity, but I've been IRL enjoying more. Like, I don't know why. I just been like, chilling, going out, just enjoying the vibes, playing games still, but like playing it a little less. And I got more followers, and I've just been IRL enjoying. I don't know why. It's just weird. I feel like you see it with some different streamers, like they go like outside, like they just do more once they reach a certain point. Like for example, Elo Santa, I don't know, like this guy every single week he's in a different country. I swear to God.
Who?
Yeah.
Is in a different country every week? Oh wait, Dantes is.
Isn't
Wait, is that what you
ERL
said?
like
Sorry, I
a
didn't hear the name of
a
what you were
league?
talking about.
I think he
this
said
is,
IRL.
I think he's trying to say IRL, yeah.
Yeah, IRL. Yeah.
Oh, like IRL
Yeah.
streamers. Okay, yeah. I mean, Esfan, I saw Esfan yesterday. He's really kind to literally everyone as well. He's like a pretty good example of someone that just hasn't changed despite like how many views he gets.
And Ellis, would you say that there were any changes that occurred? Like throughout your...
I think I tried to remain pretty consistent. I think that as I got larger, I had more abilities to help out like more pro players, and then obviously like financially, I was able to help more people. Which is like why I'm housing, certain players right now. I'm buying another house for boot campers because like when boot campers come out here, I mean Tarzan knows this, Solar Baka knows this. The going rates are anywhere from like $4,000 to $6,000 a month, which is ridiculous, right? So I can just use my money to put a key deposit down on a Korean apartment, use my visa, get a house for boot campers, furnish it, and then they just save thousands and thousands, right? I'm trying to organize that right now because there's more boot campers coming in like September that I'm like friends with, Inspired, Whippo, these people, right? So I think as I got larger, I tried to help other people the way that I think I needed to be helped. And obviously this does come with some stuff. I'm willing to also engage with things that I think are wrong or bad. And then like last year I took my really long break, right? And I started therapy and stuff. So I was gone for a little while, and I was gone for 3 months at the end of the year. So like 5 months out of the year last year, I was kind of gone. So I would say it's overall a lot better. Yeah.
All right.
I'm glad you're doing better, buddy.
Thanks.
And what about you, Kelly? How have you changed over the years?
Not at all, really. Probably more callous than I was at the start, but that's about it.
Okay.
Actually, I'm generally curious about Tarzan and Dantes. How you guys changed, like, with Twitch shit?
Changed in what way?
You can go
What
first,
type
bro.
of changes are we thinking?
Well, I mean, for me, for example, the main change that I think I went through was just becoming less toxic, I guess. Because back in the day, I used to always like flame, but then when I realized that, I just got to the point where I realized that it wasn't fun for your viewers to watch you flame, and that even though you might be like, even though you might see like a couple messages in your chat where it'll be people laughing, the vast majority of the lurkers are all just tuning out, right? So when I got to that realization, I was like, at the end of the day, it's about like the actual enjoyment of the viewers, right? So then I stopped flaming. And
Do you still flame them in your head, or have you reached the pinnacle of zenness or something, and you just don't care anymore?
I mean, sometimes I'll have like mental images of them dying, but besides that, not really. What about you, Tarzan?
For me, I feel like I've changed my vocabulary a bit, but it's basically the same thing. And it's not like I do it on purpose. Like I try to restrain from it, but it's just too hard, bro. These people are so bad. I can't tell. Like, are they actually this bad, or are they fucking with me? So it gets to my head, and like my mental's my weakest point, right? So I don't know. I'm a perfectionist, and it gets to me, this guy can't press Flash Ignite. Oh, there's a problem, right? So I don't know.
But Tarzan, I just want to say you're a fucking legend, man. I've heard about you ever since I started League in like back in season 5. Like that boy's an NA legend right there. God damn.
I don't think I'm a legend, but maybe in the toxic sense, sure. Does that ever change?
All right.
He's a legend
now-
regardless.
Okay, so now we're going to be doing the second to last voting. Remember, chat, that this is going to be a double elimination round. So the 2 lowest scoring voters will both be voted off, and then we move on to our final round to see who the winner will end up being.
Now
So-
we're back real quick. I gotta run. Sorry.
Yeah, sure. So if there was ever a point where you guys wanted to, I guess, like, make sure that your vote mattered, it would be now. But yeah, I mean, what's up, guys?
What's
If by
up?
like some freak
Yo, yo, yo.
occurrence, like LS has a heart attack and dies, and I win somehow, can I like donate the host to somebody?
Yeah, sure.
Alright.
I mean,
Man,
Kelly, I'm gonna be
legend.
honest. I think you stand a fighting chance at winning.
No.
The
LS is
chat
gonna
loves
win.
you.
They do not love me. They like keeping me around because it bothers everybody
I
else.
think I'll be honest. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a very honest guy. You know what I'm saying? I think they like your 2
Mm.
personalities. If you know what I mean.
That
saying.
might be true.
I
Probably
don't
more
know. I don't
accurate
know
than
though.
anything
I'm
else.
saying. I'm
Hmm.
saying. You know?
Well, one thing I do want to say is that something from this year specifically that I've got to see a lot is from creators is like a fuck it mentality. Like, for example, something that I wouldn't have seen 2 years ago that I thought was really cool. When Dr. K was getting big on Twitch, I was like, dude, I saw I saw both of the interviews he did with Ellis. I believe he did 2. And I thought that was the coolest shit ever. And then I couldn't think of anyone else who would actually willingly go on there. And then to see Dante's go on there, to me, in my head, that's like, fuck it. You know what I mean? It's just like, to be able to do some shit like that is fuck it. And that's like a mentality that I feel like, I don't know. I guess it's also infectious. One thing I did, and I'm not trying to suck myself off, but something to show you guys how like League hasn't had too many collabs over the last like 6 years, but something that was done a month and 12 days ago, I hosted a small streamer tournament, right? And I planned that like 4 days prior. I literally was on a fucking walk, and I told myself, fuck it, we're gonna do something this Friday. And I messaged one of my mods who helped me set up. By the way, big shout out to Ashley. She helped me a lot, by the way. And we just fucking did it. It was a 36 player tournament, and it went insane. And we got a cameo from Tyler One. And this all happened within like 4 days. 4 days is all it took to get a bunch of other smaller creators together in a call, do a tournament. It was 8 hours long stream, and I was parched at the end of it. But it's just fuck it. I feel like that should be the embodiment of like 2023 and onward for bigger creators. If you ever think, just fuck it. That's it. Don't think a thought. Fuck it. That's it. That's a slogan. Fuck it.
Don't
Straight up.
think a thought. Fuck it.
Fuck it.
Right.
That's right
Send
there.
it.
Pilarbach is
But
gonna
we need
announce some like fucking
for real though,
sponsorship.
nah, like real shit.
Like, I don't
I'm
even-
sorry, Alice. Nah, we need more tournaments though. Like we just need more collabs between streamers. You know, hey, chat, remember the Tyler One versus Mo, like $10,000 bet? Imagine we see a Dantes versus a Tyler One 10,000, or like, bro, Solo Baka versus Carl. Like I'm telling you,
I'll do a
that shit
10K
would
bet
go
with Dantes,
crazy.
please.
Oh,
All right, 10K bet. Go a month without flaming. Go.
I'll lose on day one, bro. Fuck.
He'll actually just pay it.
I mean,
like-
like, this is the type of content you guys could do, right? But why is it that you feel like you don't? Just because you feel like someone's gonna kill you off? I'm not entirely sure what that means. It makes it
No,
sound like
I think
this
it's just more so like a
underground
laziness
mafia.
thing.
Laziness thing? Is it?
Yeah,
Like,
like you just want to wake up and like play League for like 12 hours.
but like, it doesn't take that much effort, does it? What's
Yeah,
wrong with
but
men?
even like the bare minimum is a lot.
It could be a decent amount of effort, but you can do it. It is possible to do. And there's
Yep. All right.
Run
So we're
down.
gonna let the votes run. I think for another like 20-30 seconds. We only have 2,300 votes, so make sure that you guys are voting because there's actually a bit of contention right now where the second, third, and fourth, there's
Yeah,
only like
Mark
40
is very
votes separating
close.
them.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
So
oh my
make sure
god, you
that
guys are all on NA time zone. I'm on EU time zone. Oh my
I'm
fucking
from
God, it's
fucking
crazy.
Britain. Did you
I'm
not
from
know
Korea.
That's
What?
That's not EU.
What
That's
does
that
UK. That's not. That's.
What do you mean?
You're
You
1
say-
hour behind. Right? You're 1 hour
Wait.
behind.
Okay,
alright?
I'm
You're
not in
chilling.
Europe
is it?
now. I'm
You're
just on my
chilling.
own country
Exactly.
in the middle of
Wait,
fucking
but
nowhere.
what time is it in EU right now for you?
It's 1:20 a.m.
In Sweden, it's 2:20 in
It's
Sweden. Yeah, do you know
9:20
about
a.m. in
yeah?
Korea.
Okay, Sweden
It's
is
8:20
the center
p.m.
of the world. Okay.
2:20. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Rah,
But it's
not
it's
EU
like though
time,
it's
fucking hell.
like I'm not gonna lie, for us gay gamers, and I'm gay as fuck gamers, you know what I'm saying, bro? 2:20 for us, for regular people, is like 12:20. Swear to God, like for us waking up at like 8 is 6 a.m. Like 8 a.m. for us is 6 a.m. for regular people.
Am
I
I
swear to
losing
God.
my mind, or did
I
he
swear-
not
no, I
have this
swear to God.
accent the whole time? Have you just started sounding Swedish? I feel like I'm going crazy.
I don't know. I can
Am I
switch
going-
accents. I'm
maybe
not
I'm
gonna lie.
having a stroke
Big man
now.
thing, yeah. What you saying, yeah?
hell. And where did that come from? Also, it sounds better than when you normally talk. Do that one. I like the
Well,
Swedish accent better.
I
You
appreciate
guys
that.
flirting? Or?
No! Oh God, no.
W Riz.
I just like Swedish accents. I like it when Swedish people can't say like the J's and
J,
Y's.
yeah.
Yeah, I think
And I
it's
say, do you have a job?
Guys, it's literally. Okay, I just hope you guys understand that the second and third votes right now are literally 5
Yeah.
votes apart.
So,
So,
There's not really much point voting for any of us, really. Ellis is going to win. It's like you might as well just vote for anyone at this point. Just randomly
love
shove in a
Ellis!
This is why you guys
I
need
mean,
to
to be
become
fair, Ellis had
diversity
the best.
streamers, you know?
Ellis deserves to win, alright? I'm not bagging on him. I'm just saying it's a bit pointless. We're all here just having a meme at this point.
Can we do anything while the time is going down? Can we play like tic-tac-toe or some shit on the screen? How do we do this?
well, I think we'll probably call it when it hits 3K votes.
10 more votes.
Yep. So as soon as it's 3K, then we'll call it then.
This
Yeah,
is cursed.
I bet.
All right, Tarzan, you ready?
All right, well, no one's surprised. LS takes it again with over 42.5% of the votes. And our bottom two. Wait, it's about to shift.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Is it? Who is it?
Uh,
Who
It's
is
just
it?
changing. It just changed on my screen twice. Well,
Oh.
Weebly Slayer, I'm sorry to say you're 100% out. And between Kale and Slayer Bach, it keeps shifting. So
maybe give us one more question. Maybe give us one more
I'm the
last
top,
question.
I have a
right?
good
Just
question.
let
I have a
me
question.
fucking have it. You
Go for
just
it.
changed the
I read-
time, you little fuck.
I read
You
this in
little
chat,
fuck.
okay?
Why are you doing this to
Go
us,
for it.
alright?
I want to use the chat's
This
question
is
one time.
worse. You should just do it properly, alright? What's the word? The apprehension or whatever is killing me.
Does body count matter when choosing your partner? Chat's question.
What is
by the way.
this? Is this just another fucking
This is
wrong
the
now? Now?
question.
like-
What the fuck?
This is
Does
the
body count
tiebreaker.
matter when choosing your partner? The chat wants to know.
Matter in what way? It probably matters for some things, right? But not for everything.
Well, you tell me.
All right.
Listen, I may not be the first body, but if she's the right one, I'm definitely gonna be the last. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
It depends if they were like
I
in
would decide that, though.
relationships with these people, or if they just have like a million one-night stands, because you know they might be a bit mentally weird if they're like fucking someone else every week. I don't know. Might have some impulse issues. Might be inclined to do a little bit of addiction on the side. I don't know.
So would you say it matters then or no? Like, let's say you meet a guy and he has a body count of 300. Would that be a
Yeah,
turn
that
off?
would be pretty unhinged. Yeah.
Is
I
that
don't
your
even
brother
know
or your
that
dad?
many people.
Yeah, my dad that has that.
Runs in the family, I guess.
What are you trying to say?
My brother. Yeah,
I've
my
heard some
brother.
mean?
things. I've heard some things. Tell you that much.
Why is it being said? I'm so confused. Like, is he bagging on
No,
you
he's
because
open
your
about it, aren't
family
you?
get laid? I'm so okay.
Yeah,
Anyways,
just because
that was,
my yeah. But
that was a short question.
all right. So you're telling me that for you, right, body count and stuff like that doesn't factor at all?
I mean, I'm gonna keep it real with you. The girl in my bed right now, I've been with her for 5 years.
Wait, is that your mom?
So- no, it's my mom, bro. Do you think that's my mom?
Girl?
No,
There's a
earlier you
girl.
said that your mom was in your room.
No, I was trolling.
Oh,
Can we see the girl? Can we see?
Can we
proof?
see the girl? Sure.
Girl might
I
stand for
can
guy
see
in
her
real life,
feet.
so you know.
Jesus.
because I thought it was actually your mom.
Actually, she's my daughter. This is my
Aw.
daughter. I lie. She's not my mom. She's my daughter.
Wait,
She's
really?
cute.
Yeah, she's my daughter Tarzan.
Okay, so you're
Right.
into that kinky. I mean, not kinky.
What are
Hey,
you
yo.
Weird, weird.
Stop!
Wait,
Stop!
actually, who is she though?
Wait, no, she's my girlfriend. Yeah.
Wait, see, this was an example where
She's
I,
actually
like
older
if
than
you
me, by the
asked me to
way.
guess her age, I would have just said that she's underage.
Everyone. She's older than me by 3 weeks. By
That's
the
what
way.
I mean. Yeah, but this is what I was saying in one of the original questions, right? If you ask me what her
No,
age is,
shut-
I'm saying she's underage.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
I mean, Solar main's top lane, so.
Hey, yo.
Nice, real mature.
Oh my god.
Hey, thankfully he's not a Jax main though. He's not a Jax main.
All right, guys, new poll. We're gonna do a new poll with only Kelly. With
Why?
only Kelly on
Ooh,
Solar.
I like that. That's a good idea.
Yep.
That is a
So
good
there's
idea.
a new poll in the chat. Only Kelly and Solar are part of it. Vote for who stays.
Is that because I was at the top? So you got to make me suffer some more. All right, I see how it is. Just get me out of my misery. If I'm going to be at the bottom, just fucking get rid of me. All right, just get rid of me. What's
No,
the
I
point?
mean, I'm gonna be
It's
honest,
just
Kelly.
extra suffering at this point.
No, you're making up solid ground. I think you actually have a fighting chance.
Wait, what was her answer? I didn't hear it.
My answer to what? I'm losing my last.
The question Tarzan asked. I didn't hear it.
What do you want me to say? Go clean your fucking ears out then. That's not my problem.
We can change the question. Ask you guys what's your body
Fucking hell.
count. I mean, if you're
people-
open to that.
Look, if you're not going to pay attention to the words that
For
are coming
what?
out of my mouth, then just keep silent and don't interact with me, all right? Just keep your mouth closed, then we won't know that you.
Okay, so
Wait, can
If
you
you
repeat
guys-
that? I wasn't listening.
okay, so wait, Tarzan, you want to ask him that then?
No, you can ask. I'm just the doctor.
Okay. Because
Since
Tarzan
you're a
was saying,
doctor, do you
Tarzan
know
was
the,
saying,
how
what?
likely it is I'm going to get a stroke? If I get a stroke, Tarzan, are you going to be there to save me?
Hey.
Probably not. Sorry to say.
Well, that's a fucking useless doctor, isn't it?
He has a girlfriend.
I didn't mean it in a weird way. Fucking hell. Why does everyone assume I'm
Jesus.
using innuendo? I would rather chew glass than. Anyway. Anyway, please. Just get on with it, please.
All right, Kelly. I'm gonna be honest. After a
kick
very
me out.
intense deliberation, it looks like the chat is wanting to keep Solar Baka.
It's over.
So
it's Jover.
this will do.
I just want to point out that you cucked me because I was in front of him before you decided to randomly do a fucking another quiz. Not quiz, poll.
okay.
This is some very weird politics that's going on here. I see what you're doing, Dantes.
I didn't do anything. Look, anyways. So
Right. It was your idea to make a new poll, wasn't it? It was your
Yeah.
fault. You're like, we can't
Anyways.
let the girl actually get anywhere on this fucking show, can we? That would look bad.
okay, so what we'll do is Weeaboo, you can give your shout outs
Yeah,
and
yeah.
everything.
All right. First of all, I don't want to shout out myself. I want to shout out Dantes for, you know what I'm saying, like, I know a lot of league creators actually take, you know what I'm saying, like, other types of, basically he does other types of content other than just playing solo queue, which, let's be real, boring as fuck usually. So the fact that you do this and you host E-Day shows and whatever, like, I respect that. Shout out to Dantes for real, for real. I go by the name of 420 Weeble Slayer, Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, everything, Twitter. And yeah, man, I gotta sleep. I gotta work tomorrow. Goddamn.
All right, thank you, bro.
Peace,
Thank you for
Weeaboo.
coming.
I got
Take care.
peace, much love, salute.
See you later.
And
What's up,
Bye bye.
Kelly,
Boo.
any final words?
Boo. Dantes sang Barbie Girl at karaoke. It was funny.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm out. It was fun. See you guys later.
Yeah.
All right, later. All right. Anyways, so now the final showdown, the two titans, and
Jesus.
for the final question, Tarzan will be taking the lead.
All right, we left the best question for last. So I'm sure over the last couple of years, you guys have seen people like Gross Score, Adam22 showcase some questionable preferences on social media. So my question to you guys is, there's a fine line between like authenticity and just, you know, fake. So do you think people like Gross Score and Adam are actually like that, or are they playing a role in which they can generate more streaming, or I guess like for the broader audience, because more people are going to see it and get like more revenue or more attraction towards what's going on with their personal lives.
Wait, so is the final question of the showdown, is Adam 22 a cuck or not?
Yes.
Something like that. But like, I mean, at the end of the day, like the way I look at it is, right, if you go on TikTok, you scroll through your feed, you see something happen to a very unlucky individual, and they get very popular, they make money, whatever, right? So I'm just trying to see, is there a fine line between that? Do you feel like people can, like, over the internet, you know, like, sorry, I'm tired, but you get the question, right?
Alex, you want to kick us off?
I mean, I'll be totally honest. I don't totally get it. I'm being honest.
The question?
Yeah, I don't totally understand.
So the question is,
Yeah.
do you think that people like Groscore, for example, who will
Right.
advertise his wife getting plowed by other men,
Yeah.
do you think that he's only doing it so that he becomes more relevant in the scene? Or is he doing it because that's how he actually is and he's just broadcasting it?
Okay, so in the Grow Score example, I'm unfamiliar with who Adam 22 is, so I can't speak to Adam 22.
Adam 22 is the guy who his wife recently slept with this like dude that had a 15-inch cock.
Okay. Okay, so for Grow Score, in that specific instance, I actually do think that he is being himself. And what I mean by that is Grow Score is someone that's diagnosed with bipolar. I wouldn't be surprised if there's other mental illnesses in there. He obviously has like histrionic type stuff going on all the time. He clearly has something going on the mental illness spectrum, some of which we actually do know through confirmed diagnoses. And I think that this makes him more susceptible to these emotional swings and these other types of things. So if you're asking, do I think that he's being authentic to realize that his career and his life was in a gutter before finding this opportunity, and this opportunity brings him money and it brings him perceived fame, something that, due to his aforementioned mental illnesses, is something that he depends on for self-value and self-worth? Yes, I think that he is actually liking it because of what it brings him, sort of like a dopamine, you know, it brings him dopamine. I don't think he cares about like what he's doing in that regard. So I do think it's authentic. If it did not bring him the fame and it didn't bring him whatever else, would he keep playing into that? No. I think he probably would have spiraled into saying that it's just not his thing and he doesn't like it anymore, and then he got uncomfortable the way that he has with several other things. I mean, I'm not omnipotent, so I can't know for certain that that's the case. In Adam 22's case, I don't know enough about his background to make assertions about his personality, right? Even just off of the description. I don't know if it could be a business play or something like that. I do acknowledge that there's people that are into polygamy, polyamory, right? They're open to cuck, right? Cuck holding is a fetish, right? The same way that BDSM is a fetish. There's people that have BDSM fetishes. And these types of things are taboo depending on where you are, how you grew up, you know, your religion, your culture, right? So you can't be transparent about if that actually is something that you like. But let's be honest, BDSM websites, cuckold websites, all these other things, they have markets for a reason, because there are people that genuinely do enjoy that stuff. They genuinely do like it. So is it far-fetched to assume that maybe some of these creators could genuinely enjoy it? So in Adam's 22 case, yeah, I believe that it's possible, but I don't know enough to know definitively.
What do you think, Solar?
So I'm gonna say I think Adam 22 is the embodiment of a Twitter reply, right? Let's say LS says, right, hey, buying healing reduction is stupid, right?
Yeah.
You're stupid for buying healing reduction. Adam 22 is the guy who says, are you fucking stupid? Aurelia has D-Shield, and she has passive health regen. It's reducing 4 health a second. Pull up the stats. They're getting added next patch. When the next patch drops, you'll see how right I am. Next patch drops. We're 30 minutes in the game. It's reduced 300 healing. And then Adam 22 says, wait, what? I was trolling the whole time. Why would I ever believe something so stupid? I think he's the embodiment of I was only pretending to be retarded. Because at first, I saw a video from like 10 months ago that he posted on a talk show saying that I would never want like some dude to fuck my wife, right? Paraphrased. And then all of a sudden, his girl is dropping a porn with another man. This is only 10 months after. Yeah. This is only 10 months after. Before they were married, he had those feelings. After they're married, and now now there's a video of him plowing her. And I just think that because of two things. One, it's getting him a lot of clout. He's huge on Twitter right now. He's probably like one of the most trending topics on Twitter right now. I think that plays a huge factor, a huge amount of fame that he's getting from it. But I also think he's too far in to go back. Look at I look at the cringe stuff that he does. I saw a clip of him calling Aiden Ross, or sorry. Yeah, I think I saw a clip of him calling Aiden Ross, and he said, "Listen, if you're my friend, you will fuck my wife," and that's just cringe. Have you ever seen?
Sorry, do you think their marriage is fake? Do you think their marriage is fake?
Do I think the marriage is fake? No, but I think that aspect of it went way farther than he could have ever imagined it going, and now he's too far deep to want to turn back, or he doesn't know how to turn back, so he's just leaning into it. I think in the case of Gross Score, I think it's a mixture of things working out for him, because those videos are extremely viewed. I remember when that video dropped, it has hundreds of thousands of views, if I'm not mistaken. So I think and Gross Score has been a person who's had I don't want to minimize the problems he had, especially with his mental health. But if I'm being honest, from my point of view, I don't know the guy well, but I've seen him post "I'm sorry" videos over and over again. I'm going to change. I'm going to stream every single day. And then his own fans are the people in the replies posting pictures. Hey, you streamed for an hour in the last month, man. And then there's people who just continue. I don't know, but from what I see of him from his fans or his alleged fans, it seems like he is somebody who kind of just goes where the flow is, and he tries to catch the train, the clout train, I guess you would call it. So I think in Gross Score's case, I don't know if he likes it, but I know that it's definitely working for him, and that's why he's continuing to go with it. In my opinion, I don't know enough. I'll be honest, I'm ignorant, but I have to give an opinion on this, and that is my opinion. In the case of Adam22, I do think he's too far into it to turn back, and that's why he is, like I said before, I'm only pretending to be retarded. I think he's only pretending to be a cuck and making it as a cringe joke. Similar to how in a movie, if there's a popular meme, right? A lot of people will say that a meme is dead if like the president does it, right? I don't know which president it was, but one of them dabbed. And then I am not joking, months after, I did not see a dab post in my feed anywhere. Yep. So, and in the call that he had with Aiden Ross, he went, "If you're really my friend, you will have to fuck my wife," out of the blue, right? Yeah. And I think that's just him being cringe, trying to play into it unintentionally.
Give me a second, Solar. So my question is, building up on what you just said, if you guys had a good friend of yours, right, and this good friend of yours came up to you, and he said, "Look, I need you to sleep with my partner," assuming that you're both single, right, LS and Solar, would you sleep with your friend's partner if he was begging you for it?
No, because even though that would make him feel awesome and it would make him feel awesome, it wouldn't make me feel awesome. I'd feel shit. And at the end of the day, I care about myself. I'm the one fucking her. He's not fucking her. He's just watching. So I don't give a fuck about what he thinks if he's not the one fucking her. So therefore, I would say no, I don't give a fuck.
You're probably normal friends then if that's happening, to be honest. It's kind of fucking weird.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's possible unless this is like a fucking hostile movie situation and they're gonna die unless this happens. Like, I don't think the deed's going through.
Assume it is. Like,
if my friend will die, you know, because there's some like fucking Men in Black situation going on, and that's the only way to save them, then yeah, I mean, I guess we have to go through with the deed.
Okay. Yeah, because the way I would assume it, right, is like, imagine robbers break into this guy's house and everybody knows that you are the most capable of like making people come in like legit 1 second, right, like that. And then your friend's like, the only way the robbers are leaving the house is if my partner comes, right? And he knows that you're the best candidate for the job. In that case, you're saying you would say yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And you, Solar, you're saying you would say no.
Now, hold on. In my situation, you didn't bring up that there was a gun to his head that said, if I don't fuck his wife or his girlfriend right now, that he will die. You didn't tell me that before. So I was going off of my own, self-respect. Now, if the friend is going to die, if I don't fuck his wife,
Solar's first thought is, do I get his viewers? Jesus. No, I'm kidding. Like...
Oh, man. Okay. You said if I was single, right?
Yep, you're single.
If I'm single in this scenario and I have to fuck his wife or he would die, bro, okay, is it off of his free will? Is he saying I'll kill myself if you don't fuck my wife? Or does someone else have a gun to his head? This is very important. This is very important to me.
Okay,
does he have a gun to his head or does someone else have a gun to his head?
Imagine he has a gun to his own head.
I respectfully, no. You know why? Because in the future, he's going to enjoy it. He's going to see the way, okay, let me not get into details, but he'll see me fuck his wife, and because he's a cuck, he's gonna enjoy that, right?
Yes.
So he's gonna want me to do that in the future, right? Assuming I did that, right? Assuming I did it, he's gonna want me to do it more in the future, and you know what he's gonna do? He's gonna pull the same card. I will kill myself if you do not fuck my wife right now. So no, he can have his own conscience. I'm gonna have my own conscience. If he wants to blow his brains out because I did not fuck his wife, then that is on him, and that is not on me, because he would just hold that against me in the future as well.
What if she's hot?
My God, you
We,
changed the question.
move on from this, guys.
Okay. Alright,
No,
Tarzan,
I think it's your turn, bro. I think my
I
question
just
got
asked
fucking
one. You need to
tarnished.
give one.
I mean, I kind of lost my fucking mind after that one, to be honest. So let me think of it. Do you want any league-related questions, or just? Well, you guys are into cuckery, so I don't know.
I would like a partner that won't make me have a 3-hour conversation with my partner on the bed right now after this call ends. After this call ends, I would like to still have a girlfriend, please.
Yeah.
All right.
So I have like a off-topic question I was thinking about. I don't really have an answer to. It's like kind of very off-topic, but in order like TSM, right? They failed in NA as far as league goes. They have like Valorant teams that are doing fine, whatever.
Yeah.
But why do you think a team like TSM that's failed after all these years is randomly just going to China? Is it a money thing? Is it like how? What made Reginald want to do this, basically? You guys know, or is?
I mean,
don't know if it's a-
I think I have
opinion
pretty
thing.
good ideas, but I'm also somewhat interconnected right into the scene in a way that would give me an unfair advantage over Solar Baka, like on a question like this.
I'll be honest, I think I could only tell you Haunters on TSM, and that's it. I think that's all the knowledge I have on TSM, respectfully.
Okay.
Oh, and Bjergsen! Bjergsen was their mid laner for a very long time.
Yeah. Do you want me
like
to
5 years
answer
ago.
it?
I mean, sure.
Okay. So TSM, like I think the idea with all of these organizations, and this extends to Europe and extends to Korea and China, etc. None of these teams actually know what they're doing, and they acquired a lot of money through venture capitalism, as well as the Twitch deals that were signed in 2013, 2014, 2015, that gave them tens of millions of dollars, and they ended up hiring a bunch of content creators. They didn't actually care about it, and they bled money, right? In TSM's case, and also other top teams' cases in Europe and even in NA, as long as they remain on top, by nature, they're able to acquire the best talents. They're able to acquire the best free agents as well as the best amateurs from any region, because the amateurs and the best talents want to go to the team that just always wins. So TSM was always on top in North America for several years because they had Bjergsen. Because they had Bjergsen, they had first dibs on basically any top tier player. So as long as they're able to continue winning, they're able to attract pretty much anyone. And amateurs and stuff will hold out for a TSM tryout or a TSM offer. The second that Bjergsen leaves and the team starts to fall apart, you can actually see that the structure at TSM, the business, the coach, the scouts, whatever, they're not actually competent, because throughout the entire history of esports, it's non-experts hiring experts. So everyone is sort of like just floundering about, shooting fucking, bullets in the dark and then hoping that it hits. The second that a top team flounders for more than maybe a split or two, I think that they're pretty much doomed. We've seen this happen in Europe, we've seen it happen in Korea, and we've seen it happen now in NA, right, with TSM. So they were never really competent. They were riding their old legacy to acquire really strong talents and really strong people that would just wanted to be on a top team. But it's not the case anymore. So as soon as they started losing and they started fucking just floundering, no one wants to go to TSM, so they lose their legacy. The same would be true for something like Cloud9 or Team Liquid. If Cloud9 suddenly had Berserker leave and Fudge leave and Blabber leave, and they have to get 3 new players, and then Cloud9 finishes middle of the standings, then bottom of the standings, etc., Cloud9 has a very limited amount of time to start winning again before people just don't want to play for Cloud9. Because even if you try to throw money at the problem, eventually people won't want to go. And we know this because teams in North America tried to do this. They tried to throw money at really big name players. You literally had Chovy say that he didn't want to join EG. You had other top tier players from Europe that did not and declined offers from NA teams because the teams just weren't high enough level. So same thing with Fnatic, right? Fnatic had this instance happen. Origin back in the day, the second that they start falling apart. In Korea, it happened to KT for a really long time. Yeah, I mean, so that's why I think they're leaving NA. They don't really have an option.
All right. So
I agree.
Yeah. So for a question that I think you guys actually can both give input on, and the final one of the night. Okay.
Mhm.
If your guys are dating someone, right, and you were to pass, would you be comfortable, assuming in the afterlife, whatever, with your partner looking for partners after you?
Oh, like we die and then the partner.
Yeah, so like, do you guys think that, let's say, people who are widows or stuff like that, that they should be looking for people after their partners pass?
In my case, if I ended up dying, would I want my partner to find love again? Then my answer would honestly, it would be yes, bro. It would be yes. You would be doing. Can you imagine? Imagine if you tell this person you love, "Hey, if I die, don't find love." I feel like in a
Right.
relationship, like there's compromises, right? But at the end of the day, you should always be able. There should always be like love that through the fuck ups, through whatever, you could still love that person, say I love you, and it's true and it's genuine. It's not. I don't. In my opinion, I don't think it's genuine to say to someone, "Hey, if I die fucking tomorrow for the next 70 years of your life, you are not allowed to fuck anyone." Can you imagine the immense guilt that would place on
No one's ever
someone?
gonna say that, bro. But I get your point. Sure.
Yeah. Like I wouldn't want that person to limit themselves. I would want to say, hey, for example, I don't think my partner would go like just fuck anyone. I would say if they had sex with someone, it's because they love him, right? And at that point, if I'm already gone, I want the best for them. So I'm willing to put my ego aside for that.
And
Can you like make the question a bit more like
no.
specific, though?
Hold on. Let's get their answers, and then I have a follow up that's gonna be really good.
Okay.
And what about you, Les?
No, I mean, I agree with Solarbaka. I think it's almost morbid, the idea of restricting or limiting, physical interactions that we as humans do seek and desire, right? I think it would be very morbid to claim that you loved someone, but then would want to restrict them and limit them to a continued life of grieving and, sadness or depression in some ways, that then also then has to extend that to disciplining themselves to not acting upon their own human impulses for longing for something. But I think this extends even into if, I was with a partner for a really long time, 7 years, 8 years, 9 years, and we grow apart and I no longer really bring them happiness, but then I could extend and say that I still love them. I would want them to move on from like the relationship, even if like we're married, so that they can go find something that brings them joy or happiness, even if I'm not like, deceased.
Yeah. So now my follow up question would be, imagine you are terminally ill and you have 2 months left to live. Your partner comes up to you. They know that you're eventually dying, and they say, "Hey, I met someone, right? And I think I want to pursue something with that person because I know you're dying." Would you be comfortable with your partner leaving you because they know you only have a few months left to live to pursue something with someone that they know would be like a more permanent thing?
Hey, in my opinion, if you can't wait 2 months for me to fucking drop dead before you go and have sex with someone else, if you need to leave me in that moment while I'm dying on the hospital bed and I can talk to you, bro, and you can't wait a month or two before you go fuck someone else or whatever it is, you're dead to me. Go do what you want. Leave the room.
It's such
Genuinely.
a bad question, though.
Genuinely, just leave.
I think what you're talking about there is like resentment, obviously, right? So in my case, if I knew that I was terminally ill and that I was dying, everything that I've ever read, witnessing it, right, personally, people that perish from terminal illnesses, it is a very rapid and depressing and mortifying experience. I don't think I'd want them around the last 2 months. I think like we would make the decision while I'm still lucid, while I'm still, aware and have my wits, etc., that like we're gonna have some final interaction. I'm still gonna be alive for 2 more months, but that's gonna be the send off, so that they can just remember in that moment. I know that's not totally your question, but that would be my idea. I wouldn't want them around through the death phase because I think that is, I think it's morbid.
Okay, interesting.
What are the odds of this hypothetical ever happening?
To me, I think it's actually beautiful. I actually have the reverse take on LS. I know that death can be mortifying, but I feel like when you love someone at that point, especially if like we're going the long haul, I feel like at that point, I want to be there for, God forbid they get an illness, then I want to stick through them because I'm very well aware of the risks. And that's something that I like. Okay, it's easier said than done, so I don't want to seem ignorant. I mean, there's no way I cannot seem ignorant. I haven't gone through it, right? But to me, it's kind of like, these are my last 2 months. They're not your last 2 months. Can you at least do me this solid? Can you at least do this for me for whatever love that we have left, for whatever time there's left, and be with me? That's what I'm thinking in my head before they even walk through the room.
All right. Interesting answers. So, with that being said, that's going to conclude the final debate phase. And now we will be doing the final polling to see who the winner of the diagnosis is. I just want to say that it looks very, very, very close between both of you. So, listen, if there's ever a time where you, the viewers, wanted to vote, make sure that it's now. Because I think this is going to be a close one.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
Can I give one extra closing remark?
Go for it.
All right. So if I'm thinking about love, and if I'm thinking about like love and like at the end, I still stand by that because in my head, it's kind of like, nah, I think I said what I need to say. I think I said what I need to say. Actually, I would just be going in circles. I would just be going in circles.
So you can repeat yourself if you want, give like a conclusion.
I mean,
So, Ibaka, the only thing I got to say about your example is that if love is what you feel for the other person, the things that you were saying are kind of about yourself in the end, right? You want them around for the last 2 months. Because in my hypothetical, I proposed that you're aware of what happens in the last 2 months and what effects that could have on them, right? So is it love for your own reasons to desire them to still stay around for the last 2 months, knowing what potential lasting effects could happen, you know?
well, to me, it's not about it's if the second I enter the hospital bed, whether I know it's terminal or not,
Right.
before that even happens, I've already decided in my head and my partner, assuming because obviously I
Right.
want to marry my partner. At that point, I would be married. I already made that promise to them. I'm not gonna let that promise go unfulfilled. So for me, it's about the agreement that we made with our love in the form of marriage, because that is something that my partner would share the exact same values as with me, especially when it comes to marriage. So it's I would feel a little guilty, but I wouldn't feel like I'm doing anything that I wouldn't do for them. Like if they felt pain during this last 2 months, I know I would feel pain as well, but I would want to be there, and that partner would just share some. It's hard to not imagine a world where death is never easy, but
Right.
it's hard to imagine a world where I would think that I'm sparing them from the hurt when it's something that we agree upon every single day that we wake up with each other. We don't know what's going to happen that same day.
Right.
So that's just how I view it.
All right.
Best.
What do you think, Tarzan? You think the vote looks pretty conclusive at this point?
Honestly, was closer than I thought. So, yeah, I think it's not going to shift, but it's 55 to 45%, and unfortunately, Ellis's favor. I think you both have pretty good takes. I think in the end, LS was by far had the best takes. He had a lot of interesting opinions and a lot more knowledge than everyone else. So, and obviously he's like the most popular as a contestant go, but I think his takes definitely were the most intriguing of all. So congrats to LS and congrats to Lord Baki. You did well as well.
So,
Thank
you
you.
want to do like a final shout out, something like that?
Bro, honestly, this is actually fun. This is the type of shit that I can't do every single stream. It's not that I can't do, it's just that I'm not used to it. It's not always comfortable. It's not always easy to get out. So to have a designated spot to be able to talk about this type of stuff, so I won't lie. Some of those questions, I don't know what the fuck was happening. But I'll be honest, at the end of the day, one thing leads to another, and I'm just glad to have been a part of this. And I hope to see more of these in the future. And the last thing I wanted to show you guys, see, when I think of love, bro, I think of this shit, bro. You see this shit? This is Legos, bro. This is Legos with the fucking beautiful ass heart right here.
Beautiful.
That to me, that goes right in the fucking computer stand. And on that note, congrats to LS. Thank you guys for hosting it, Tarzan and Dantes. And
Thank you.
Of course.
yeah,
Thank
I
you
got
for coming.
nothing. Shout out. That's it. Oh, sorry. One more thing. I did have one more thing to shout out. Actually,
Yep.
I know if I check the viewer list, I'm gonna see some of you big ass streamers in there. You better fucking host something. You better pull up your fucking pants, put your balls in your underwear, and you
What?
better pull them up and do something, man. Do something. Do something. Do one thing. Do one thing in this entire year for the community, man. One thing, and that's a W.
Best.
That's it.
Same goes to you though, right?
Hey, I did my work on my birthday. I did my work actually. I hosted that tournament on my birthday.
It's good. Better than nothing, I guess.
All right.
Thanks, Tarzan.
But anyways, thank you for coming. Appreciate it. LS, is there any like final words you want to give? Anything like that?
No, I mean, just thanks for having me on. This was a very different experience, right? I think stuff like this is really good because it shows other aspects to streamers that don't normally happen, right? When it's just league streams and stuff. Even like designated podcasts, you don't get to see answers or like discussions like this. So I think it's really good. I'm not going to tell people to like watch me or anything like that because I just do co-streams. And if you're watching competitive League of Legends in this modern year, I mean, you're just into self-harm. So yeah, definitely watch Solar Baka, the other guy here, and I don't know. This time zone, I mean, Griffin streams a lot, so you guys can watch Griffin. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right. Well, thank you both for coming. I appreciate it. LS, I'll raid you in a few minutes. Just gonna have like closing with marks with Tarzan. But yeah, thank you for coming and congratulations to LS of being the winner of the Diagnosis episode 2.
Based. All right. Thank you guys so much. See you later.
Thank you guys. It
All
was
right.
fun. Take care.
Bye. See you later.
Thank you both for coming.
Good night.
Bye. You too.